Good evening and welcome to Lovington Lady Cat District Tournament Championship Basketball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by the First American Bank of Lovington, Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Municipal Schools, Devon Energy, Western States Insurance, and Lovington Auto Supply, also Stone Oilfield Services. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. I'm TJ Miracle. It is 4-4-A Tournament Championship night with both the Cats and the Lady Cats taking on the Artesia squads for the district tournament title. Artesia, they were the regular season district champs, and so they get to host these games tonight here at the Bulldog Pit. A thrilling victory last night for the Lady Cats as they went up to Portales and knocked off the number 4 team in the state by a final of 50-46. Dawn Morgan had the call on that on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. That was a fantastic game. Of course, they started the week by knocking off Portales 64-46, so they're trying to go the long way around to claim the district tournament title. Lovington comes in right now at number 9 in the Max Preps matrix, which would mean they do not get a home game. Of course, depending on what happens in the other tournaments today, some of that could change, and I think very likely that if they can at least have a good showing tonight, and they should, they have played this Artesia team to within an inch of their lives, both of their previous meetings. That should get them at the number 8 seed and get them a home game next Friday night in the opening round of the playoffs. But you can't worry about that just yet. You've got to look at the other side of the court and these Artesia Lady Bulldogs. Artesia, as we mentioned, the regular season district champ. They are number 5 in the Max Preps matrix in Class 4A. A little bit surprising that they were the district champs and ranked number 5. Portales, the district runner-ups, were ranked number 4. Of course, that doesn't really matter just a whole lot because the way all the bylaws and things work, even if Portales had been ranked 4th, they still could not take them into the playoffs over these Artesia Lady Bulldogs. So the two teams really not fighting for much tonight as far as playoff rankings and seedings go, but they are playing for bragging rights and for Lovington, potentially a home game coming up on next Friday evening in the opening round of the playoffs. We'll take a quick timeout, come back, and continue your Stone Oilfield Services pregame report. Stone Oilfield Services right there in Lovington. Anything you need out in the patch, chances are W.H. Stone and his crew can take care of you. We appreciate Mr. Stone and Stone Oilfield Services being great supporters of Wildcat and Lady Cat athletics as the Lovington Lady Cat edition of the Stone Oilfield Services pregame show continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcacnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats! And welcome back to your Stone Oilfield Services pregame report. District Championship Tournament night here from the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight with the Hobbs Lady Eagles on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. I'm supposed to have some camera help here after a while, so maybe, just maybe. So, hey, we're going to make the best of it no matter what happens here tonight, and that's exactly what the Lady Cats are going to do. Hey, we've heard Coach Casey Pack in our boys' conversations talk about how hard it is to knock off a team 3 times in a season, and he's absolutely right. And really, I think Lovington is primed and poised to take a run at these Lady Bulldogs, and if they win tonight, I think it would be almost assured that they would get the home game when the seedings come out in the selection show on Sunday. Of course, I have learned over the years never ever underestimate and second guess the NMAA. Right now, I have a feeling that if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, not based on what happens here tonight, Lovington probably would stay at the number 9 seed, and they would probably have to play Portales. That would be my guess, and that may be what we see at the end of the night anyway, but we'll, of course, have to wait and see on Sunday. Don't forget, coming up about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, just keep it right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. We'll have Game 2 of our district championship doubleheader as the Lovington boys will be taking on Artesia's boys after they got the big win against Portales last night. But, hey, we're worried about tonight. First, from here at the Bulldog Pit for the home team, Artesia Lady Bulldogs under longtime head coach Jeff Hodling. They come in at 19-6 on the season. They were 5-1 and the district champions. And currently in the Max Preps Matrix, they are number 5 in the state. Starting 5 tonight for the Lady Bulldogs. It'll be number 20, Kaylee Padilla, number 22, Jenna Whitmire, number 23, Kimber Beltran, number 32, Hattie Harrison, and number 5, Lauren Wagner. I do not have our starters for 100% certain yet, but I think I can say with some degree of certainty it will be number 12, Malaya Castro, number 14, Ashlyn Barunda, number 20, Liz Buendia, number 24, Erlyn Salcido. I know pretty much that it will be those 4 girls, and it could be Aubrey Aranda or Myra Castro, as occasionally Coach Chief Bridgeforth has rotated them out. Lady Cats, of course, under Chief Bridgeforth, back for his second year and his second stint, and they just put our starters up, and it will be Aubrey Aranda. So Aranda, Malaya Castro, Ashlyn Barunda, Liz Wendy, and Erlyn Salcido. Lady Cats are 17-11 on the year, 2-4 in the district race. They finished 3rd in district, but they will be coming in to this one looking to knock off the district champs and to hopefully improve their playoff seeding and position as we get ready for the start of this one, as the 2 teams have moved back out onto the court. Of course, good to see Abigail Schaus back in action. She's back for her 3rd game and has played some very meaningful minutes for the Lady Cats in her return, and she may very well wind up coming off the bench tonight and making a difference in this ball game. So the teams headed to their respective free throw lines, getting ready for the national anthem and the introduction of the players. We will take a timeout and come back and tip this one off as Lady Cat State coming into state, but district tournament basketball from Artesia tonight here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back.
Smarter.
There we go. Too many buttons. Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us tonight as we get ready for the District 4-4A tournament title game between the third-seeded Lady Cats and the district champion Lady Bulldogs of Artesia. For the visiting Lady Cats under Chief Bridgeforth in his second stint and in his second year as a head coach at Lovington High. Yeah, glad to have Chief back. The Lady Cats 17-11 on the season. They were 2-4 in district, but they are 2-0 in the district tournament right now in the Max Preps rankings. They are the 9th seed and looking to improve on that with the seeding to be announced coming up on Sunday. Of course, the top 8 seeds will get home games next Friday night. For the Lady Cats, they are wearing the road blue unis with the white letters and numbers, the white trim, and Lady Cats in block lettering on the front. Your starters tonight for your Lovington Lady Cats, it'll be number 5, Aubrey Aranda, number 12, Malaya Castro, number 14, Ashlyn Barunda, number 20, Liz Buendia, and number 24, Erlin Salcido. The rest of the bench tonight, Luisa Cardenas, Carly Knapp, Myra Castro, Carly Greben, and Abigail Schaus. Expect to see the bench come into play here tonight, hopefully in a big way. I think the key tonight for the Lady Cats is going to be ball security and playing your game. Way too many turnovers the last about 3-4 weeks, but fortunately it hasn't come back to burn them. They also need to work on being very consistent at the free throw line when they get their opportunities. The 2 previous times they have played these Lady Bulldogs, 5-point losses, 50-45 back on the 2nd of February, and then at our place it was 45-40 Artesia. So they've played them extremely tough, but now they're going to have a little bit deeper bench with Abigail Schaus back, and Carly Greben has really come on strong the last couple of weeks as well. On the other side of things, for the Artesia Lady Bulldogs under longtime head coach Jeff Hodling, they are 19-6 on the season. They did win district with a 5-1 district mark. Because they were the district champs, they move right into the tournament championship game, which is tonight. They are the number 5 team in the Max Preps rankings. Kaylee Padilla, Jenna Whitmire, Kimber Beltran, Hattie Harrison, and Lauren Wagner will be the starting 5 tonight for Coach Hodling's Lady Dogs in the home whites with the orange letters and numbers and Artesia in block letters on the front. The rest of the Lady Bulldogs bench are Aubrey Zamrin, Brooklyn Thacker, Carmen Harvey, Ediana Montoya, Ashton Kraft, Abigail Houseshield, Zaylee Greer, and Peyton Barela. So the Lady Cats coming out onto the floor tonight and looking to knock off the number 4 team in the state last night, knock off the number 5 team tonight, and claim the tournament championship crown. So it'll be Salcido. She will head to the Big Bulldog at center court, where she will take the jump against Hattie Harrison. So the front line will be Castro, Salcido, and Buendia. Your backcourt will be Aranda and I just went completely blank. Aranda and Barunda. There we go. My mind is now awake. So, all right, Harrison to take the jump against Salcido, and here we go, and the championship game is underway, and Artesia will control it off the tip into the hands of Beltran. As Beltran takes it into the front court, she will underhand it to Padilla. Padilla over to Whitmire. Whitmire to the top of the arc. Now back over to Padilla in the left wing. She'll cycle back around, uses up the dribble between the rings, comes back near side to Beltran. Watch Beltran. She can pull the trigger on the 3 from just about anywhere. Beltran will move it around back to Padilla. As Liz gets to her quickly, then they will get it to Whitmire. She drives the left baseline and is fouled. She will head to the line to shoot 2. Let's see who picks that one up early, as they're going to whistle that one on Malaya Castro, her first personal, and the first team foul on the Lady Cats. You don't want to give Artesia too many chances from the charity stripe, as Whitmire puts up the first, and it is good. And that puts Artesia up early by a score of 1-0. Welcome in Braden Cooper. He helping us with the camera tonight. Second one on the way, and that one bounces in and around and off, and it'll be Erlin with the rebound. Salcido with the rebound. 1-0 is the score. Back down come the Lady Cats, trying to get it to Salcido. I'm not sure if that was for Salcido or Castro. Fortunately, it winds up in a Lady Cat hand. They get it into Erlin in the right elbow. She bounces inside, tries to get it to Barunda. It is off the mark. It is loose on the floor. Coming through and picking it up is going to be Buendia, but it'll come out of bounds. Whoa. Right over the top of us. Good camera work there, Braden. So it'll be Artesia basketball on the Lovington turnover. Can you tell I got cut from the basketball team before tryouts even started? So it'll be Padilla to the front court. Artesia off the Lovington turnover to Beltran into Wagner. Deep left baseline. She'll put it up off the glass and good. If they can get her into position like that, it could be a long night for the Lady Cats. 3-0, 1 minute gone. Artesia in the lead here in this championship round. As Barunda takes it through the left lane, but bobbles it under intense pressure, gets it to Liz. Liz underhand, and then she's going to be fouled. No, they call the charge, as Whitmire will take the charge, as they'll get Buendia for the charge. So 2 quick fouls picked up by the Lady Cats. That'll be turnover number 2 and team foul number 2, so back to Artesia. Lovington cannot play tentative. They have had a little trouble getting into the lane against some big physical teams, and Artesia definitely qualifies. To Padilla under a little bit of pressure. Whitmire back in the left wing. Looking for some help. They'll reset between the rings with Padilla. Coming near side to Beltran. Beltran picks up the dribble, and she'll just bounce it back out. Over to Whitmire, and they're just going to play keep away, trying to get Wagner in the low post. And that one is tipped and stolen away. Nice job by Liz. She goes and top of the arc for 3, and bang! Liz Buendia ties this one up from behind the arc at 3 apiece. To the front court, Wagner picks up the dribble. It goes over to Whitmire. As Whitmire back to Padilla. Artesia going to be very, very deliberate on offense. They'll get it into the low post, and going up is Wagner, and she'll put it in off the right glass this time and put Artesia back up by a bucket. 5-3, 5:40 remaining here in the first. To the front court comes Buendia. She'll get the screen, pops the 10-footer. It's an air ball, and the ball will go out of bounds and last touched by Beltran. So it'll stay Lady Cat basketball. Great to have you with us tonight from the Bulldog Pit. Doubleheader on Championship Friday. As Liz looks to get it in, she'll get it to Barunda, then to Salcido, back to Aranda. Aubrey to Malaya, back out to Buendia. Little head fake goes between the legs as Beltran gets to her quickly. Out to Malaya, WNBA distance for three. That one is off the mark. Fight for the rebound, and who comes away with it? Finally, Barunda will wrestle it away, and then she is going to be fouled. So that'll be the first foul on Artesia, and that'll put Ashland at the line to shoot two. As they're going to whistle that one on Whitmire, her first personal, first team foul on the Lady Bulldogs. So Barunda at the line. Ashland eyes it, skies it, and swish. 5-4 now the score. As Barunda at the line, shooting two, made the first. She'll eye the second. Good fight for Barunda underneath with those rebounds going against Wagner and Whitmire. And nothing but the bottom of the net, and we are tied again at 5. Lovington drops back in defense. Buendia going to provide a little bit of backcourt pressure as Wagner controls, picks up the dribble to Padilla, and then that one is tipped and into the hands of Salcido. Second turnover for the Lady Dogs. Almost turned right back over, though, as Whitmire, being a total pest in the backcourt, knocks it away. And it'll wind up staying in the hands of the Lady Cats. So it'll be Aranda. She will inbound it to Buendia. Liz will take it right over the timeline, center court. Takes it to the right side, gets the screen, then out to Barunda. Barunda with the head fake drives in and attacks Wagner, and she's going to get fouled. So Ashland will head back to the line for two. I think they're going to call that on Whitmire, but we'll double check. And yes, it will. It will be on Whitmire as she picks up her second quick personal foul. They're saying it is on the floor. Off the inbound, Buendia from Barunda over to Aranda. Aubrey drives the left base, turnaround jumper, and that one is no good. Then off the glass, off the rebound is Salcido, and then a whistle sounds, and that one out of bounds. Last touched by Lovington. 5-all as subs coming into the game. Whitmire going to have to sit. Going in her place will be House Shield. Wagner off the inbound to Padilla, back to Wagner. Lovington looking at the trap, back to Padilla, tossing it over to Whitmire. Pardon me, that's Wagner. Whitmire's on the bench. House Shield in her place to Beltran, uses up the dribble. Wendy on her tight. They'll get it to Padilla, goes into the lane from the high post, no good, and the rebound by Barunda. Ashland's second. She'll leave it off for Aubrey. Aranda will run the point, takes it into the front court, tosses it over deep right corner. Buendia for three, and bang! Yes, ma'am. Liz Buendia, her second tray of the ball game, puts Lovington up 8-5. Halfway mark of this first quarter, and Aranda tries to steal it away. Padilla will get it in the backcourt. She'll push it to Beltran, right wing, three on the way. That one is off the mark. Fight for the rebound underneath, and it'll go out of bounds. Lovington basketball. So the Lady Cats starting a little bit off, but they have come back and fought. Subs coming into the game as Abigail Schaus in for the Lovington Lady Cats. And Myra Castro also checking in. Lovington basketball. Buendia takes it to the right block. The little 10-foot runner, no good, and it'll be Wagner with her first rebound of the ball game. Wagner pushes it forward to Padilla, and she'll set the offense in the Artesia front court. To Wagner, leave it back off for Padilla between the rings. 3:37 remaining to House Shield, back to Padilla. Again, Artesia, they want to move the ball around until they get you a little bit out of position, and then they want to attack the rim. Out to Beltran. She'll take it right in front of the free throw line. A little 14-footer, no good. Wagner is there with the rebound. Her putback won't fall, and it'll be Malaya with the rebound. That'll be her first. Artesia with three looks at the basket right there, but not able to make anything fall. Push it over to Barunda at the left wing. Out to Liz. Left wing three on the way. That one is off the mark. And fight for the rebound, and it'll be controlled by Beltran over in the deep right corner. Almost steps on the baseline. Good pressure back there from Malaya. Into the front court with Padilla, under three remaining in the first. Carly Knapp waits to check in for the Lady Cats. Padilla has that one swatted away by Malaya. Good job by Malaya. They were trying to get House Shield in front of the Lovington bench as Whitmire back in. Also, Ashton Kraft will come in as Beltran and Wagner check out. As the Carleys check in, Greben and Knapp. You've got Castro, Knapp, Greben, Schaus, and Myra. So it's the second half of the bench in for Chief Bridgeforth with 2:44 to go in the first. They'll get it to Whitmire, drive in, and she's going to get fouled. I've never liked fouls like that where the offensive player is the one who initiates the contact, but it is what it is, as they're going to call that one on Schaus. Her first personal, third team foul on the Lady Cats, and it puts Whitmire back at the line where she is one of two. 8-5, Lovington in the lead. Whitmire's first is up, and that one is off the mark. So our score remains 8-5 with Whitmire at the line. Whitmire will dribble it, eye it, sky it, and gets the second one to go, so she's 50-50 from the stripe. 8-6 Lovington lead. Under pressure, that one is going to be tipped by Harrison and out. Stays Lovington basketball. Harrison, Padilla, Whitmire, Kraft, and House Shield on the floor for Artesia. It's Malaya Castro back in, so Malaya to Myra. The Castro sisters working it. So back to Malaya as Padilla comes out on her. Malaya runs the point, hands it off to Carly Knapp. Knapp with good speed, gives it off to Greben into Schaus in the right block. 5-footer, no good. Schaus gets her own rebound and puts it back up, no good. And finally, Whitmire will come away with the rebound. Until Abigail's still getting back into basketball shape as Whitmire puts it high off the glass, no good. And Malaya will come away with the rebound, and then a whistle sounds. They want a foul, didn't get one. It was just poked away. So it'll be Malaya into Carly Knapp, who leaves it off for Malaya. Luisa Cardenas waits to check in for the Lady Cats. Malaya has it, 2 minutes remaining. Hand it off to Knapp. Knapp pushes it into Greben. Greben goes into the right lane, and Carly puts it up and in. Nice little give and go, and the push shot is up off the glass. Lovington up by 4, 10-4, but no lead is safe in this building. To Ashton Kraft, back out to Padilla. Padilla to Kraft. Knapp gets to her quickly. She thought about the three. Good defense there, and that one is going to be tipped away. But Whitmire will come back and corral it in front of the Lovington bench. 90 seconds to go in the first period. Padilla to Harrison at the free throw line. Has to pick it up, gets it to Whitmire. Deep left corner, her three on the way. That one is in and out, and the ball out, and last touched by Schaus, so it'll stay Artesia basketball. It's Kraft and House Shield will check out. Wagner and Beltran will be back in with 1:24 remaining here in this first quarter. Lovington up by 4. Inbound to Whitmire, and she goes hard to the floor. Are they really going to call that a foul? I guess they are. It is on the floor, though. They were pretty adamant about that, and they are going to call the hold foul on Luisa Cardenas, who just checked in. Her first personal, 4th team foul. Beltran into Whitmire. Takes it into the left block, leaves it out for Beltran. Top of the arc, 3 on the way. You leave Beltran that open. She will make you pay, and she does that time. Kimber Beltran gets this back to a 1-point ball game. 10-9. Knapp to Cardenas. Being worked on by Beltran. Handed off back to Carly. Now over to Myra. Myra fakes the pass, picks up the dribble to Greben. Greben to the free throw line, into Schaus in the low post. Put it up, count the bucket and the foul. No! No! They call the offensive foul, or did Abbott? Nope, they didn't. It'll just be Abigail. She stepped on the baseline. Darn it. Just call it both ways. So Padilla to Whitmire, 42 seconds to go. A 1-point Lovington lead here in the first. Back to Whitmire. Cardenas out on her. She'll toss it underneath, trying to get Wagner in the low post. They'll find her. She puts it high off the glass. No good. Winds up with her own rebound, and she is fouled on the putback. So Whitmire to the line. See who they whistled on that one, as they'll call that one on number 14. That's Ashlyn Barunda, who just came back into the game. So that will put Artesia in the bonus, as Wagner usually pretty solid from the line and gets that one to go. She's got 5 points in the ball game and ties this one up at 10 apiece. 31 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Carmen Harvey waits to check in, and she'll come in for Padilla. So you've got Barunda, Myra Castro, Greben, Knapp, and Cardenas on the floor for the Lady Cats. We are all tied at 10. Wagner at the line. Made the first, now she'll eye the second. Puts that one up. And that one will be off the mark, and it'll be Myra coming away with the rebound. Her first, she pushes it forward to a breaking Carly Knapp, and Knapp misses it, but Cardenas is there with the rebound. But they call the foul, and I think Knapp's heading to the line. So I don't get to put the rebound down for Cardenas. Darn it, I wished I could. They're going to call the push foul. They're going to whistle that one on Harvey, her first personal. Just the 3rd team foul on Artesia. It is. They're going to call that one on the floor. I don't know how it could be, but okay. So 25 seconds to go as Myra to inbound it from the right baseline. Looks, waits, needs to fire, needs to go. Goes at 5 seconds and right into the hands of Wagner. Third turnover for the Lady Cats. Uses up the dribble. Good defense in the backcourt by Greben as she turns it on to get to Harvey. To Beltran. Back out to Harvey. Between the rings with 13 seconds to go to Beltran. To Wagner in the right corner. Now back out to Harvey. Knapp gets to her quickly with 7 seconds to go. To the right block. Harvey floats one up and in. Credit where credit is due. That was pretty, and now it's 12-10. So Artesia goes back in the lead at the buzzer of the first quarter. We head to the second. It's Artesia 12, Lovington 10. Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
Your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Back here at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia, preparing for the second quarter with Artesia up 12-10. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight with Hobbs Softball. Braden Cooper joining us and running camera tonight. Braden, thanks for coming down and helping me out here. Makes my life a lot easier. So Artesia in the lead, but it'll be Lovington basketball as the starting 5 back out on the floor for both squads. So the inbound will come from right in front of our table. To Buendia, back to Aranda, into Salcido, gives it to Barunda. Barunda from the left lane, puts up a shot, no good, and then the ball goes out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by Padilla. Lovington is attacking, and it looks like they're getting fouled or at least bumped, but they're not calling it. So now we've got a whistle. Now we've had something come out onto the floor, so okay, we're good to go now. So Lovington basketball from left of the Artesia bench into Barunda. Barunda, she got fouled by Wagner, no call, and Wagner has her 5th rebound, but then taken right away by Salcido, and they call the travel on Erlin. 4th turnover for the Lady Cats. Talked about turnovers. You cannot do that against these Lady Bulldogs. They'll make you pay. 12-10 till it's still our score. Into the front court. Well, not to the front court yet. Backcourt pressure being applied. Wagner will toss the Hail Mary down to Whitmire, trying to get it under to Harrison. She will on the left baseline. Puts up the reverse layup. No good, and it'll be Barunda with the rebound. That's Ashland's 3rd. Lovington is in charge of the rebounding battle by 1 through the first quarter plus. To Buendia. Buendia gets it to Aranda, then sets a screen for her. Now handed off to Malaya. Back to Buendia. Thinks about the 3. Just be patient. To Malaya with Padilla on her. To Aubrey, right wing, 3 on the way, and bang! Aubrey Aranda with her first points of the ball game, and it's a 3-ball that puts Lovington up. Now 13-12. 1 minute gone here in the second. A high one with backcourt pressure. Padilla needs some help, and Lovington trying to tie her up. They will get the jump ball, but it'll stay Artesia basketball by the possession arrow. So Whitmire to inbound it. Great defensive pressure for the Lady Cats. Padilla to the front court, and that's where Malay will pick her up. To Whitmire, push it to the free throw line with Harrison trying to get it in to Wagner, and instead it'll go into the hands of the Lady Cats. Great job by Salcido to block her out. To Malaya, then sets the screen for Buendia. She takes it into the right lane, puts up the runner, no good, but she's fouled. She'll head to the line to shoot 2. They're going to call the hack foul. Going to call that on Wagner, her first personal, first team foul here in the second. And Buendia heads to the line for 2. 13-12, a tight one so far through the first quarter and a minute and a half as Buendia's first is up, and it is good. So now 14-12 in favor of the Lady Cats. But we mentioned it earlier in this gym, no lead is safe until the buzzer sounds. Strange things happen in this gym. I'll just say that, calling a lot of games here over the last nearly 20 years. Second shot up and good. So now a 3-point lead for the Lady Cats. As timeout taken by Coach Jeff Hodling. It'll be a 30, so we will keep it right here. Say a big thank you to all those sponsors you see at the bottom of your screen, and you're hearing their ads, except for our friends at the First American Bank of Lovington. Sorry, David, I got busy today and couldn't, get it out of my tablet, but we'll go ahead and give you the live read. First American Bank in Lovington, your local hometown bank. They offer all the great services that all the big corporate banks do, but with people that you know and love and trust. Your hometown community bank. See David Campbell and his crew at the First American Bank in Lovington. Run in front. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Don't forget to subscribe to your Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Once we get another 1,000 subscribers, so we get to subscriber number 2,000, I will pull another $100 out of my pocket just to say thank you. Doesn't come from the sponsors, doesn't come from the stations. It's coming from me as a way to say thank you for subscribing. So tell your friends and family. Off of the pressure, Whitmire will somehow get it from a streaking Barunda and then trying to go in, and she'll wind up with it. Off of the tip, tough defense as Malaya goes hard to the floor as Padilla pushes off the dribble as they'll work it around. Back out to Beltran. Got to be careful. She was about ready to pop that shot. I think she was surprised to find herself so wide open from the right wing. They'll get it back to Beltran. Cross-court pass to Whitmire. Whitmire going to dribble it. Now back out to Padilla. Buendia stays on her to Whitmire, top of the arc. Now coming near side to Beltran to Harrison, right corner for three. That one kisses off the rim, and then Buendia can't control the rebound, and she thought that Beltran had touched it last. The man in stripes disagreeing, so it'll stay Artesia basketball. 15-12, Lady Cats up as Whitmire off the inbound, back to Padilla between the rings. They'll reset it. Cycle it around, going for it is Padilla, tosses it over, gets it to Whitmire, goes in on the left lane, and will they call the charge? Yes, they will, as Salcido got the feet planted. That'll be the 5th turnover for Artesia. Whitmire, her 3rd personal, 3rd team foul, and Whitmire going to have to check out with 3 fouls. She's in trouble, and House Shield will check back in. So the Lady Cats get a bit of a break right there. As to the front court, it'll be Buendia. 15-12, Lovington in the lead, but still a long way to go in this one. Bounce it back out. Harrison pressuring Buendia, loose on the floor. Buendia and timeout going to be taken, or a whistle sounds away from the basketball. And actually, Coach Jeff Hodling takes the timeout. Or are they talking about fouls? So I'm not sure. I heard a whistle sound. They didn't call the jump ball as Buendia leaves the floor. I think they're discussing what it is, so we'll see what the officials say, if it's a foul or a jump ball or what it's going to be. And Chief Bridgeforth wants to know why the stoppage in action. Is they're going to call Coach Jeff Hodling takes another 30-second timeout. Not sure why he would do that. That's a bit confusing because it should stay Lovington basketball because they didn't call the jump ball. Although Chief Bridgeforth wants an explanation. I didn't think that the possession had changed on that, but I guess they're going to say that it did, so it'll be the 5th turnover for the Lady Cats. I didn't think Artesia had ever gotten possession of the basketball, but I guess right after they touched it, they decided they had, and Coach Jeff Hodling smartly calling timeout. So Beltran to Padilla, she'll take it in, then kicking over to House Shield, but out of her reach. 6th turnover for Artesia, so maybe a little basketball karma at work as it'll go back into the hands of the Lady Cats. Coming up about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, of course, we'll have the Lovington Boys Championship game against the Artesia Boys from here at the Bulldog Pit. Liz Buendia having to clean up a little bit of something on her leg, I guess. Maybe they're checking for blood and a scrape. So since that weird on the floor, basically floor burn, I think, but Buendia is fine. It'll be Lovington basketball. So Aranda, Malaya Castro, Liz Buendia, Ashlyn Barunda, Erlyn Salcido on the floor for your Lady Cats. We got the cleaning crew over checking everything out. Padilla, Harrison, House Shield, Beltran, and Wagner on the floor for the Lady Bulldogs. So after a bit of strangeness, like I said, strange things happen here at the Bulldog Pit. So it'll be Buendia with it. Lovington basketball gets the screen from Barunda. Steps back, thinks about it to the free throw line with Salcido. She'll push it out to the left corner for three. Aranda on the way, no good. And the tip, it'll go wide and out of bounds. And last touched by Padilla. It'll be Lovington basketball in front of the Artesia bench. The Lady Cats have got to keep the intensity up because it's just going to get more and more intense on the orange side. Barunda for three, and that one is off the mark. It's an air ball, and it'll be Beltran who will wind up with it in her hands. Beltran to Padilla, crosses over. Buendia gets to her to try and trap her up with some help, and yep, she picked up the pivot foot. Nope, they call an official timeout, and they're going to bring Buendia off the floor. So there's got to be a little bit of blood there on that knee from the rug burn. So they're going to check Carly Knapp in out of the official timeout. So Knapp will go in as they work on Buendia's leg. So they're going to wrap that up in some quick seal bandage. But she'll have to sit for just a minute. So Knapp into the ball game. Throw the fastball into Wagner. Then to the left baseline. House shield up, no good. And they are going to call a foul. Rebound by Salcido. It's Lovington basketball. Or they called jump ball, I guess. But it stays, nope. Will be a foul, so they're going to call that on Kimber Beltran, her first personal, third team foul on Artesia. Scoring is really slowed down, but Lovington in the lead as Buendia back in, gives it to Malaya, thinks about the three. Hard to do, though, through the trees, and a slip by Malaya, and it'll wind up in the hands of Lauren Wagner. Wagner back to Padilla as Artesia comes back to Beltran as Aranda gets to her. Long cross-court pass to House Shield. Thinks about the step-back three from the left side. Does not take it. Now to the left corner. Pushes it in, trying to get it to Harrison, and they're going to call an over-the-back inside. They're going to call that on Salcido. That'll be her first personal. Just the first team foul on Lovington. We are right at the halfway mark of this second period. Lovington clinging to a three-point lead as Beltran gets it to Padilla, right wing wide open for three. It is good. Padilla doesn't shoot a lot, but when she does, she can light it up, and we are tied at 15. To Buendia, hand it off to Aranda to the free throw line. Aubrey goes all the way through, then, traveled, took an extra step before she passed it off to Ashland. That'll be the 8th turnover for the Lady Cats. So give it back to the Lady Dogs, 15 all, with 3:51 remaining in the first half. Wagner still in the backcourt, picks up the dribble and running through is Padilla to get it. Now she'll pull the trigger from the other side. That one off the glass as Buendia has trouble controlling it, but finally she will. That'll be Liz's first rebound. Buendia to the front court, left wing. Her three ball is up and bang! Third tray of the ball game for Liz Buendia. She's got 11 points to lead the Lady Cats. They're up 18-15. Trying to get it into the front court with Beltran and Salcido just going to take it away from her, but then the Lady Dogs all over her. Some bumps there, no call, but it's Lovington basketball. She'll push it to Barunda, who gets it to Buendia. Liz the crossover, top of the arc. Hands it off to Aranda. Aubrey trying to find some room, now going to be forced out by Beltran. Back to Malaya, they're on her tight with Padilla. Malaya hadn't had any room to breathe at all. Aubrey takes it to the right base, step back from 5, no good. And it'll wind up in the hands of Wagner. Somebody clean her off the glass. She's got 6 of them. Leads all rebounders in the ballgame as Padilla loses it. It is off of her foot and into the hands of Malaya Castro. And then they are going to call the foul on Artesia. And I think a little bit of frustration there as they're going to whistle Kaylee Padilla for her first personal and the 4th team foul on the Lady Bulldogs. So Padilla going to sit down. I think a wise move by Jeff Hodling. As some subs coming in for the Lady Cats. They've got Schaus, Cardenas, Myra Castro in. Greben also in. Buendia from the starters stays out. Liz the crossover, loses the basketball of a poke, but then to the free throw line with Greben. That one is high off the mark. Abigail with the rebound. Her putback won't go, and Wagner will wind up with it. Her 7th board of the ball game. 2.5 to go here in the first half. 18-15. Lady Cats in the lead over the Lady Dogs. Picking up the dribble to Wagner off the tip and into the hands of Buendia. Buendia will take it coast to coast off the tip in the transition and up and in. Liz Buendia, welcome back after a couple of kind of quiet games. Liz asserting herself here early. 5-point lead ties the biggest of the ball game for either team. Into the ball game for Artesia's Ashton Kraft back in. They'll throw it out to Thacker, who just checked in, and then the ball loose on the floor trying to get the Lady inside, and turnover number 10 for Artesia into the hands of Myra Castro off of Beltran. To Barunda, or pardon me, that's Buendia from the left elbow, no good, and over the back on Schaus. So that'll be Abigail's second personal. Just the second team foul on the Lady Cats, but you got to give Wagner another rebound on that. She's got 8 in the first half. 1:42 remaining in the first half of play. It'll come into Thacker. He'll just walk it up as Lovington drops back, looks at a 2-3 zone. Thacker to the front court, gets it to Harrison. Now she'll toss it left corner. 3 on the way by Kraft. That one is in and out. Ball loose on the floor. Bounces it, saves it out to Harrison, and then off of her foot and out of bounds. So it'll be Lovington basketball off the 11th Artesia turnover. This is when you need to capitalize. 7 is a lot better than 5. Frankly, in this gym, I'm not sure 25 would be enough, but you'd like it going into the half. Snap to the front court, picks up the dribble, trying to throw it into Schaus off of Abigail's hands. 9th turnover for the Lady Cats as it goes into Thacker's hands. She'll get it to Beltran. She'll pull the trigger over Cardenas. That one kicks off the front and into the hands of Schaus, her 3rd board of the ball game. Schaus, of course, wearing the pretty heavy-duty knee braces, recovering from what we thought was going to be a season-ending surgery, but she is back, or season-ending injury. So Thacker on, Castro very tight. Myra going to hand it off to Cardenas. 45 seconds to go, then kicking it off the foot. Knapp will get to it before it goes into the backcourt. She works against Kraft and goes in, gives it to Schaus, and Abigail up and in off the good pass. 22-15, a 7-point lead as Lovington makes Artesia pay for the turnover. To Beltran, picks up the dribble, long cross-court pass to Kraft, left wing, 3 on the way. That one is off the mark. Harrison with the rebound, her first rebound, gets it out top of the arc for Thacker. Her 3 no good, and Schaus comes through, gets the rebound, and then she is fouled. Nice job by Abigail. She'll be going to shoot free throws. That'll be the 5th team foul. And grimacing a little bit is Schaus. Now a little bit of a smile. So they're going to whistle that one on Harrison. Her first personal, 5th team foul on Artesia. So Schaus heads to the line, trying to extend the Lovington lead with 15 seconds to go here in the first half. So Schaus back to the line. 4 boards already in this first half coming off the bench. Leads the Lady Cats off the glass. First one up for Abigail. Swish, nothing but the bottom of the net. And it is 23-15 in favor of Lovington. So Schaus gets the first. Looks for the second, bends the knees, eyes it, skies it, and swish! 4 points for Schaus, makes it 24-15, 9-point lead for the Lady Cats, biggest of the ball game. Push it into Harrison, now back out to Thacker. Thacker trying to get it inside to Beltran, stolen away by Castro. That's Myra. Myra with Beltran on her very tight, uses up the dribble, needs some help, gets it from Knapp at the buzzer. But we have flipped the script on Artesia. It's halftime here at the Bulldog Pit. Lovington leading 24-15. We're back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report coming up as Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington. Lady Cat not state tournament yet, district tournament basketball championship action from here at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. After the first half, Lovington holding on to the 9-point lead, 24-15. I'm TJ Miracle. Braden Cooper running our camera tonight. Appreciate Braden making the trip up and agreeing to help us out tonight. So let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one, as the leading scorer right now for Artesia is Lauren Wagner. She's got 5 points. She's also their leading glass cleaner. 8 rebounds in that first half. 3 points for Kaylee Padilla, 3 points Kimber Beltran, 2 points Carmen Harvey, and 2 points for Jenna Whitmire. That's all the scoring for Artesia. They were held to just 3 points in the second quarter. They went 50-50 from the free throw line in the first half. 3 of 6, as we mentioned. Wagner with 8 rebounds. She's done most of the damage off the glass. 13 rebounds as a team for Artesia in that first half. They turned the ball over 12 times, but 10 in that second quarter. Got 12 points in the first, and just 3 in the second, as we mentioned. That's how they get to their 15 on the board. Turning the page for your Lovington Lady Cats, it has been the Liz Buendia show. She 13 points for the Lady Cats. Off the bench, Abigail Schaus with 4 points. Abigail is the leading rebounder right now in blue. She has 4. 3 points for Aubrey Aranda, 2 points Ashton Barunda, and 2 points for Carly Greben. As we mentioned, Lovington with Schaus 4 rebounds, but they are winning the rebounding battle right now. They had 14 in that first half. As Schaus with 4, Salcida with 3, Barunda with 3. And then you toss some others in. Lovington also doing a nice job from the free throw line. They are a perfect 6 of 6. I hate to even say that because I'm afraid it'll put the announcer's curse on them in the second half. Just 9 turnovers in the first half for the Lady Cats. And they got 10 points in the first and 14 in the second to take the 9-point lead. So your Lovington Auto Supply Napa know-how keys to the second half. If you're the Lady Cats, just keep doing what you're doing. Be good on defense, and they have. They have forced a lot of turnovers. They need to keep the pressure up, and they've managed to do it clean thus far. So if they can keep the pressure up and continue to do it clean, not give Artesia a chance from the line, that'll be a good thing. They have to continue, though, to convert when they get opportunities. It's been hard sledding, especially in the lanes and the paint. Artesia's done a nice job keeping Lovington out, but Lovington has done a nice job being patient and looking for their openings. You've got to know that the Lady Bulldogs are going to make adjustments, and they are going to come out, and they're probably a little embarrassed by that first half, trailing by 9 to Lovington. Of course, when you've beat a team twice already, sometimes, easy to overlook them. Something tells me they are not overlooking these Lady Cats, but you never know. As weird, again, I keep saying it, weird things tend to happen here in the Bulldog Pit. As the boys' teams are out warming up, of course, coming up about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we will have the 4-4A Boys Championship contest for you. Lovington and Artesia, appropriately enough, in that one too. So a lot on the line for both of these teams as we head to the second half of action We'll go ahead and take a timeout and come back with your second half. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, at some point you're going to, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply, proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And we go to the second half right after this as Lady Cat basketball continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page.
Lake County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat District Tournament Basketball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports from live at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. The Lady Cats leading at halftime over Artesia 24-15, but a 9-point lead against the Lady Bulldogs is, to put it mildly, not a safe lead. You probably wouldn't think even 20 points at half would be safe in this building, and I don't think it is. So Lovington going to have to keep their foot on the gas, continue to play like their hair's on fire, and they should be in good shape. But the team in orange and white has a little bit to say about that one. Out for the Lady Cats, it'll be the starting 5, as it'll be Aranda, Buendia, Barunda, Salcido, and Malaya Castro, as Whitmire, Harrison, Padilla, Beltran, and Wagner out on the floor for the Lady Bulldogs. There's still a lot on the line. Both these teams safely into the playoffs. But on the line for Lovington is probably going to be the difference between a home and a road game this second half. So to the front court, and it's Lovington basketball. Buendia to Barunda. Ashland thinks about the three, thinks better of it. To Aranda, right corner, her three ball is up, no good, and Padilla will come away with it. So Padilla turns on the Jets to the front court, throws it under to Harrison. Now to Whitmire in the left corner. Her three ball is up, no good. Wagner there's the rebound with the putback, no good. And it'll be Barunda with the rebound, and then a whistle sounds. And they're going to call jump ball, and it'll stay Artesia basketball. Dadgummit, that'll be the 10th turnover for the Lady Cats. A lot of jump balls in that first half as Beltran will toss it in to Padilla, then around to Whitmire, then to the free throw line with Beltran underneath to a wide open Harrison. Harrison snuck through and got to the hoop. And Artesia draws first blood in the second half. To Aranda, drives left baseline, puts up a little 5-foot footer and up and good. Hombre Aranda with 5 in the ball game, and Lovington immediately responds. Back up by 9. To Padilla, throws it to Whitmire in the left corner. And she'll toss it cross court to Beltran. Now into Wagner in the low post. She'll split through 2 Lady Cats and draw the foul. Wagner will head back to the line for 2. Question is, will it be Barunda or Salcido? And it'll be on Ashland. So that's Barunda's second personal. It is the first team foul on the Lady Cats. And Wagner to the line where she is 1 of 2. So 1 of 2 for Wagner at the line. Puts up the first. It is no good, and the score remains 26-17 in favor of the Lady Cats. 1 minute gone here in the third as Aranda comes back to get some instruction from Chief Bridgeforth. Second on the way for Wagner, and she gets that one. She's got 6 in the ball game. 26-18. Full court pressure is on as they try and trap up Wendia and gets it to Salcido, and the ball goes out. And that'll be the 11th turnover. This is what Artesia did to them both at home and here to open district. They laid off in the first half, but then applied the pressure in the second half. And Lovington had no answer for it. They better find one if that's going to be the second half plan for Coach Jeff Hodling. Padilla, top of the arc to Whitmire. Thinks about the three, head fakes, then takes it to the left block, bounces it up, and she's fouled. So she goes to the line for 2. It looks like they're going to go on the attack. If that's on Ashland, that's her third, and it will be. Her third personal, second team foul on the Lady Cats, and Whitmire heads to the line where she is 2 of 4 and make it 3 of 5. Don't want to let them continue to chop into this from the free throw line. 7-point Lovington lead. But right now, Artesia on a 4-2 run. Second one is up, make that a 5-2 run. 26-20, full court pressure is going to be on. Lovington needs to get somebody down trailing, as it'll be Barunda to the front court. She's going to drive in, and they are going to call that one on Padilla, who blocked her. Question is, will Ashland go as she's down hard? Bryn, you might want to move the camera off the injury, please. And so they're going to call that one on Padilla, her second personal. First team foul on Artesia. Barunda, after she got hit, went hard into the support. So she's all right. She's up and kind of shaking the cobwebs out, so she is fine. She'll head to the line to shoot 2. Normally when you get a foul like that, they can and sometimes will call a flagrant. Not that they're going to. But so it'll be Barunda to the line where she has a chance to stretch Lovington's lead back up as Coach Chief Bridgeforth is asking about the flagrant. And timeout taken by Chief. It's a 30-second timeout. Let Ashland catch her breath. 6:42 remaining in the third. We'll just keep it right here. Say a big thank you to all those great sponsors you see there at the bottom of your screen. Because of those good folks, we do not have to ask you for donations, or we don't have to charge you like unfortunately too many places do now. And it's because of those great sponsors that we can bring you Lovington Lady Cat and Wildcat Athletics free of charge. Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. So please support those businesses that support your Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. The referee comes out and wants a little floor work done. Dries some spots off right in the big bulldog, which basically goes 3-point line to 3-point line and from base or from sideline to sideline. To say the thing is big would be an understatement. So Barunda at the line. Ashland takes the deep breath out of the timeout. Pushes up the first one, and it is good. Well, Ashland gets it back to a 7-point lead for the Lady Cats. Malay and Liz come over and tell her good job, do it again. Second one on the way for Barunda, and that one is going to fall off the mark, and it'll be Wagner with her 10th rebound of the ball game. Keeps it herself, now to Padilla, crossing the timeline. Padilla, though, gets it swatted away from her and into the hands of Aranda. Aranda to Castro. Malay almost losing it. Will corral it in the deep right corner. Tosses to Salcido and then over back to Aranda. All by herself. Left wing. 3-ball up and that one off the mark and right into the hands of Harrison. Lovington off the turnover with an opportunity, but not able to cash it in. Still up by 7. To Whitmire. Barunda. And now Castro coming out. Now to Wagner. Deep left corner. She'll throw it cross court to Beltran. Out though the fastball into a cutting Wagner. Turnaround jumper no good. Whitmire is there with the rebound, but ball is stripped away and out of bounds. No foul. Whitmire's third personal. So now Carly Greben will go in for Ashland Barunda. Myra Castro waiting to check in too. 2 minutes have elapsed here in this third quarter. Lady Cats leading by 7, but it's Artesia basketball. To Padilla to Whitmire. Now to the free throw line with Beltran. Now we'll back to Padilla, left wing. Her three ball is up. That one is off the mark, and from the tip, it'll wind up in the hands of Buendia. Liz pushing it forward to Malaya. Malaya with Padilla on her, thinks about the three. Good defense by the Lady Dogs as hippity hop through the lane and through traffic. Buendia puts up the shot, no good, and they're going to say last touch by Salcido. And Salcido and Greben were in battling with Wagner and Harrison underneath. Lovington going to drop back in defense. 1-2-2 look with 5.5 remaining here in the third. To the front court, Padilla picks up the dribble. Passes off to Harrison. Now they get it to Whitmire all by herself. She cut through the back door and up and in. 6 points for Whitmire. Cuts it down to a 5-point Lovington lead. Turnover on that one, and Whitmire will get it and put it right back in as another turnover for the Lady Cats. And that'll be on Beltran, or actually she'll have the score. They are then going to call Beltran for a foul. Her second personal. There we go. I'm going to get all this worked out. Just had to get the scoring right. So the inbound off of pressure. Greben will take it through, push it forward to Salcido. Off of Merlene's hands, but she'll hand it back off. She saves it. On Castro tight. Now they get it back out to Buendia. 5 minutes to go. Deep right corner. Aranda. Three ball up and no good. And it'll be Whitmire with the rebound. So Lovington one and done on that series, and a foul in the backcourt as Buendia and Whitmire collide into one another. Are they going to call the flagrant if they didn't call the one a minute ago? Will be on Buendia. Second personal, third team foul on Lovington. And they do not call that. Well, Whitmire's up. She's not feeling good. It is on the floor, so she'll check out, be attended to by the medical staff. Coming in her place will be Ashton Kraft. So Padilla with it, dribbles it her foot. Now she'll get it over to Harrison, toss it to a wide open Wagner. You gotta watch that back baseline. They are tearing us to shreds on that here in the second half. 27-26 to Myra. Push it to Greben and then over the head of Salcido. And the wheels coming off a little bit right now for the Lady Cats. Artesia right now is on an 11-3 run, and timeout taken by Coach Chief Bridgeforth. He's trying to staunch the bleeding. 4:37 remaining in the third quarter. 1 point Lovington lead. We're back on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
At some point, you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
It'll be Artesia basketball out of the Lovington timeout as Artesia's turned on the Jets and clipped it down to just a 1 point Lovington lead. Welcome back. 4.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Beltran to Padilla, back to Beltran. Now they're going to be patient. Get it into Harrison, left elbow. Now out to Kraft, left corner for three. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Myra with her second board of the ball game. Myra to Malaya. Crossing the timeline, near side, now over to Buendia. Buendia crosses over, takes it to the left base, and a whistle sounds as she's going to be fouled away from the ball. It is a floor foul. They're going to whistle that one on Ashton Kraft. That'll be her first personal. Be the third team foul on Artesia. So Buendia to inbound it from the left baseline. Needs somebody to get free, and they'll get it into Myra, who immediately gets tied up, but it'll stay Lovington basketball. Lovington has got to figure out a way to counter this pressure. They have not done a real good job of that through the first half of this third quarter. Artesia has ratcheted up the heat. Buendia to inbound it again to Schaus. Just checked in off the inbound from the high post. Shot up, no good. And the rebound by Beltran. That'll be her second board. So she'll turn it around and come back the other way. Picks up the dribble, throws it to Kraft. Kraft having a leap to get it, and then they'll reset between the rings. Padilla to Beltran in front of the Artesia bench. Now back to Kraft, off of her hands. Saves it in, but right into the hands of Buendia. Turnover number 14. Liz will take it coast to coast, and she is blocked by Padilla. Whistle sounds, and Liz should be heading to the line to shoot two. Nope, they're going to say it was clean, but it'll stay Lovington basketball. They're going to get Carly Knapp in for Malaya Castro. As Carmen Harvey will check in for Artesia. 27-26, Lovington clinging to the 1-point lead. Buendia to Barunda off the inbound. Right corner, give it right back to Liz. She'll cycle it from the right to the left. Then she'll go to the right elbow, put up a shot, no good, and off the tip. Harrison will have the rebound. That'll be her third. Lovington continues to come up empty off the glass. To Beltran in the offensive zone to Harrison. Now throw it in to Wagner. She works against Schaus, puts up a wild one, and Abigail will wind up with the rebound. She fights for it, gets her fifth rebound, and then they will have a whistle sound. Abigail getting beat to death under there by Wagner. I can't believe there's no foul on her, but they're going to say Schaus stepped on the line, and so turns it over. That'll be the 14th turnover for the Lady Cats. Give it back to Artesia. So to Padilla. Padilla splits traffic, then to Wagner in the right base, and she puts up a shot, no good, but she's fouled. They're going to do that. You might as well just start putting a girl on the baseline. That'll be on Schaus, her third personal, fourth team foul on the Lady Cats. And Wagner to the line to try and tie this one or give Artesia the lead. First one on the way for Wagner, and that one is off the mark. Again, maybe a little basketball karma rearing its head. Amazing, they'll call us for the fouls underneath, but they won't call them. Second one on the way for Wagner is up and good, and we are tied at 27 apiece as Artesia's dug out of their 9-point hole. To Myra, long cross court, gets it to Knapp. Carly will break the pressure into the offensive zone to Barunda, pushes back out to Knapp, and they call the travel. Eek, eek, eek. The wheels have come off for the Lady Cats here in this third quarter, but they're still tied. Coach Chief Bridgeforth yelling out what he wants them to see. So the pressure to Harrison, top of the arc. She'll try and split two cats, goes around Schaus and puts it up around Schaus and up and in. Hattie Harrison with 4 points, and that gives Artesia the first lead they've had since about midway through the second quarter. Comes with 2:40 remaining in the third. Lovington it up by 9 at 1 point. To Barunda, tries to go through and loses the basketball, but into the hands of Schaus. Abigail going to save it out. Nice job by the sophomore to Barunda. The little circus shot, no good, and Wagner has her 11th board of the ball game. Gets it to Padilla, turns on the Jets back to the front court, and then she's going to get tied up by Buendia, and it'll be Lovington basketball. Great job by Liz underneath to tie up Padilla and give it back to Lovington. As Salcido and Cardenas will check in for Schaus and Myra Castro. Cardenas, Salcido, Barunda, Knapp, and Buendia on the floor for the Lady Cats. Beltran, Padilla, Harrison, Wagner, and Harvey on the floor for the Dogs. To Knapp, now to Cardenas. Right corner, three on the way. That one off the mark. Salcido with the rebound, but then it's loose on the floor and off of her foot. So Ellen gets the rebound, but then Lovington turns it over. Back to Artesia. As this third quarter has been all Lady Bulldogs, kind of like the second was all Lady Cats. Full court press is on. They get it to Wagner. And she'll throw the fastball to Beltran across the timeline at about the 6 count. Beltran drives in, and they're going to call the block foul. Underneath, it looked like Barunda got the feet set. The officials did not agree. 4th personal on Ashland. 5th team foul on the Lady Cats, and so Beltran will head to the line to shoot 2. And Artesia going to be in the double bonus for the last 147 of this quarter. So Aranda back into the ball game. So Beltran from the line puts up the first, and it is good. Now 29-27. Actually 32. Yep, she got the bucket. Sorry about that. So Lovington with the basketball, now trailing by 5. Some work to do. 32-27, 90 seconds to go in the third. This ties Artesia's biggest lead of the ball game. Get it out to Knapp. She takes it to the right base, then throws it to Aranda. Step back, and she was right on the line to the long 2 ball, no good. And out of bounds should be Lovington basketball as Wagner slaps that one into about the third row of seats. Yeah, and it will stay Lady Cat basketball. So to Aubrey, back out to Knapp, under pressure from Padilla, and they're going to call Padilla for the bump and the hold. Padilla's third personal. Fourth team foul on Artesia. It is on the floor. So Knapp will inbound it from in front of the Lady Cat bench. 79 seconds remaining in the third. To Aubrey, bouncing it inside. Hits it to Buendia. Step back from 12 and in and out. And off of the tip, it'll wind up in the hands of Padilla. Padilla tossing it to Harvey, who loses it and travels. Turnover, number 16 for Artesia. Give it back to Lovington. 1:05 to go. As Padilla comes out, Kraft will go back in. Lovington needs to take advantage of this turnover, trailing by 5. Still a long way to go, though, here in the ball game. To Buendia, as Buendia will take it through, and she's going to get stripped out, and no foul, but they're going to call Artesia. Nope, just last touched by Artesia. Lovington continues to try to attack. I like it. But need to start getting some to fall as Buendia going to throw it in. Gets it to Aranda. Aranda using up the dribble, needing some help. Gets it to Cardenas. Now to Buendia. As Harvey picks her up. Buendia, a little bounce over. 3. Bang! From the right wing. The 3 ball up and good for Liz Buendia. Her 4th tray of the ball game gets Lovington back to within 2. 35 seconds remaining as Wagner gets that one knocked away from her, but into the hands of Kraft. To Harrison, to Harvey, left corner. Her 3 is up. That's no good. A battle for it underneath. And Beltran will wind up with it, and her putback is good. 34-30. 20 seconds remaining to Cardenas, and they call the foul on Cardenas. Call the push foul. Or nope, they called the palm ball instead. So that'll be the 17th turnover for the Lady Cats. So give it back to the Lady Dogs. 34-30. In a quarter that has been pretty much all Artesia. They went from 9 down to 4 up, so a 13-point swing in this quarter. They'll get it to Kraft, to Harrison as Buendia gets to her quickly. She'll take it to the left base, uses up the dribble with 2 with 1 into the hands of Salcido, and then taken right back away from her. But we go to the 4th. Artesia stormed back. They lead this one 34-30. 4th quarter on the way. Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Back here at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia, getting ready for the start of the 4th quarter. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us tonight as we start the 4th, and it was a 19-6 quarter for Artesia. Looks a little like that 14-3 quarter Lovington had, so let's see who wins this 4th quarter. It may very well determine who wins the ball game. Just underway, a 4-point Artesia lead. Braden Cooper running our camera tonight. High pass to Kraft. She uses up the dribble. Now she'll throw it to Beltran to the free throw line, and she is going to get tied up, and they are going to call the foul. Are they going to get Buendia on that one? Yes, they do. It'll be Buendia's 3rd personal. First team foul. It is on the floor. It'll be Beltran to inbound from the left baseline. Just underway here in the 4th quarter. Push it into Harrison, and she's going to get fouled by Aranda. Like Aubrey caught all ball. The refs didn't see it that way. Aubrey's first, 2nd team foul on the Lady Cats quickly, and now Hattie Harrison to the line. So Harrison to the line to shoot 2, her first trip to the charity stripe. First one is up for Harrison, and it is off the mark, and it remains a 34-30 Lady Bulldog lead, or Lady Cat deficit if you prefer. Yeah, I did remember to change the quarter this time on the scorebug. Yay me. Second one on the way for Harrison is up, and that one is good. Back to a 5-point Artesia lead. They're going to drop back in defense this time, so Lovington can go on the attack. He'll toss it over Aranda, thinks about the three, gets the screen. Back out towards center to Malaya Castro. Malaya pop a shot, WNBA distance, and bang! Malaya Castro, her first points of the ball game, draws first blood in the fourth quarter. Lovington back to within 2, and tick-tack, as Aranda pretty much trying to get run over. Padilla trying to run over Aranda, and they call Aubrey with their second personal. That is the third team foul. You don't want to let Artesia go to the line. They are slightly over 50% now, around 60% from the stripe. Toss it over to Kraft in the left corner for 3, and that one will rattle home. So they answer 3 for 3. Where's Kraft? There she is. Now 38-33, back to a 5-point Artesia lead. Buendia goes to the left lane, and they're going to call the floor foul as she started her drive. Going to call that one on Harrison, her second personal. First team foul on Artesia. The inbound comes to Barunda. Barunda pushing it out to Malaya, back to Buendia, WNBA 3 left wing, and that one is off the mark. Got to wait till you got somebody underneath to rebound other than the girls wearing orange and white. Beltran with her fourth board of the ball game. So Kraft thinks about another 3, but Malaya gets to her quickly. Now over to Beltran. Artesia going to be very methodical. Once they get up, they tend to kind of take the air out of the ball a little bit. And they're up by 5. 6.5 to go. Yeah, they're going to be content to just dribble this one around and toss it around. Lovington's going to have to come out and challenge at some point. Now they start putting on a little bit of pressure. Malaya as they throw it into Harrison. Harrison pushing off against Barunda. No call, and she'll put it up and in. Addie Harrison now with 7 points. And it's a 7-point Artesia lead to Buendia. Push it out. Malaya, top of the arc. 3 ball on the way. That one is no good, and it'll be Beltran with another rebound. That is her 5th. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Artesia up by 7. To Kraft. Push it to Harrison. Now push it back out. To Padilla, to Kraft. So they're going to be content again just to take some time off the clock until Lovington going to come out and challenge. You do have Wagner on the floor, but they're keeping Salcido on her extremely tight. Now they're going to try and trap up, and Kimber Beltran tries to split 2 Lady Cats, and they're going to call the foul on the Lady Cats. Going to call that one on Buendia, her 4th personal, 4th team foul. Now Myra Castro, Carly Greben will come in. And timeout is going to be taken by Coach Hodling. So with 5:38 remaining in the ball game, it's Artesia 40, Lovington 33. We'll be back in a minute. Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
And your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Welcome back to the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. Out of the Lady Bulldogs timeout, it will be Artesia basketball. I'm TJ Miracle. Braden Cooper running camera tonight for us. Dawn Morgan is on assignment. So a 7-point Artesia lead. Lovington's got to figure something out and pretty quick with just 5.5 to go in this district tournament championship game. Toss it into no woman's land and to nobody in particular except the crowd. And that'll be turnover number 18 for Artesia. Both teams with 18 turnovers, but Artesia has managed to cash in on them better in the second half. So Greben to the front court, gives it to Buendia. Liz steps back, now tosses to Malaya. Malaya to Myra. Myra to the right wing, picks up the dribble, gives it back to Malaya, then sets a screen for her. Malaya takes it into the high post and puts up a high one, and she is fouled, so Malaya heads to the line to shoot 2. Nifty little move there as they are going to call that one on Padilla. So that'll be her 4th personal. And it'll be the second team foul on Artesia, and it'll put Malaya Castro at the line to shoot 2. Malaya's had a hard time getting open tonight. So she'll eye it, sky it, and swish. It gets Lovington back to within 6. As Padilla checks out, and Harvey will check in for the Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs. So Malaya at the line, makes the first, dribbles it. Puts up the second and gets it to roll over the lip. 5-point lead now for Artesia. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Lovington going to have to start putting on a little pressure here. In the backcourt, Wagner tosses it. Beltran is there to get it under pressure. They get it into the front court at about the 7 count. So Wagner to Beltran. They're moving around, trying to get somebody open. Bounce it to Harrison, who pushes it right back to Wagner's. Buendia gets to her quickly. Liz does have 4 fouls on her. Be careful out there, as that one going to be tipped away by Castro. Malaya will take it, and then she's going to get pushed in the back by Beltran. 3rd personal on Beltran, 3rd team foul on Artesia. It is on the floor, but it'll be Lovington basketball, trailing by 5. How many times have I said that this year in this series? Push it into Greben, and she's going to get fouled. They don't call the continuation. She'll shoot 2. I think they're going to get Wagner. Let's double check that. Yep, it will be on Lauren Wagner. Her second. It should be about her 9th. And Carly Greben will head to the line to shoot 2. So Greben to the line. Carly bends the knees, eyes it, skies it, and that one too hard off the back of the iron. Score remains 40-35 in favor of Artesia with 4.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Second shot on the way for Greben is up, and Carly rattles that one home. She's got 3 points in the ball game. And now Lovington back to within 4. Beltran has it, and she'll take it to the front court where Myra will pick her up. Beltran goes into the corner. Salcido will switch out on her. Now they'll put Buendia on her. Beltran out near the timeline. Comes over, tosses to Kraft. Kraft underneath to Harrison, left baseline, bouncing it to Wagner on the right baseline. Her turnaround's no good, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line. Going to get Myra on that one, I'm almost positive, and they will. First personal on Myra, but that is the 5th team foul on the Lady Cats, and so Artesia going to get in a free throw shooting contest from here on out. So Wagner to the line with 9 points and make it 10. 41-36. Barunda comes back into the contest. She'll go in for Greben. Barunda playing with 4 fouls. Buendia playing with 4 fouls. Wagner makes the first, eyes the second, puts it up, and that one is going to be too hard. And how did they not call Beltran over the back on that? I do not know, but it'll be Lovington basketball either way. 4:07 remaining in the contest. 5-point Artesia lead. Halfway mark of this 4th quarter. Buendia to the front court, gets a screen from Salcedo, takes it to the left base, runs through, puts it up and in. Liz with 17 points. Now you've got to put the backcourt pressure on. Harrison picks up the dribble, tosses to Wagner, who handles the ball actually pretty well. To Harrison. Ooh, they could have got her for the walk there. They didn't see it. As Beltran comes from in front of the media table, gets it over to Harvey, then to Harrison. Harrison, long cross-court pass to Kraft. Kraft will pick up the dribble on the left base, toes it out, and throws it away into the hands of Malaya Castro. Malaya coast to coast, misses the layup. Got a little too far under it, and it'll be a long rebound for Harrison, her 4th. We've got to take advantage of those. To the front court with Kraft, 3:14 to Harvey at the free throw line to a wide open Wagner. They got her back door again, and up and in for Lauren Wagner. 43-38. Buendia to the front court. Now she'll step it back. 3 right wing. That one is off the mark, and Wagner with another rebound. Her 12th of the ball game, and throws it near side and off of Harrison's hands. So give it back to the Lady Cats. 21 turnovers for Artesia. Lovington has got to capitalize on these turnovers. They're winning the turnover battle as Padilla comes back in. And timeout taken by the Lady Cats. 2:55 to go here in the ball game. Artesia leads Lovington 43-38. We're back in 1 minute as Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
They're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Wildcat basketball out of the Lovington timeout. Welcome back to the Bulldog Pit. Lovington trailing Artesia 43-38, 2:50 remaining in the ball game for this district tournament title. To Buendia. Buendia loses it, but gets it out to Cardenas. An 18-footer for Luisa, no good. And the rebound by Beltran. She's come up big in this second half. She's got 6 boards. Beltran to Padilla. Padilla almost losing it off of her foot. Still trapped up in the backcourt. Will throw the fastball now over to Wagner, and Wagner up and in with Barunda on her. She's not able to put a lot of pressure on with 4 fouls. So now Lovington back down by 7. They've got to figure something out and figure it out quick. Buendia working against Harrison. Goes to the free throw line, gives it to Barunda. Barunda to Buendia. Artesia has done a nice job of keeping it on the shooters as they're going to call Harrison her 3rd personal. 5th team foul on Artesia. So it'll put Lovington at the line as Liz Buendia heads to the line to try and chip away at it. If you're Lovington now, you can go on the attack a little bit, at least on offense. Both teams in the bonus. Liz's first one is up and good. 45-39, back to a 6-point game, a 2-possession ball game. As Carly Knapp will come into the ball game. Aubrey Aranda also checking back in. Buendia, Salcido, Barunda, Aranda, and Knapp on the floor for your Lady Cats. Liz got the first one. Buendia eyes the second, puts it up, and it is good. Buendia gets them both to fall. So now Lovington back to within 5. Full court pressure is on. Wagner going to throw the fastball and get it to Kraft, who has to leap for it. She'll take it into the left lane, hippity-hop through, and Kraft will get it up and going. She's got 5 in the ball game. 47-40, 3-possession game now with under 2 to go. As how was that not a foul? Looked like it caught arm, but it's no good, and it'll be Kraft with the rebound, her first. So to Padilla in the front court, working against Aranda. Throws the fastball to a cutting Beltran, but Lovington does a nice job get back to her, but they call the foul anyway. It'll be a 2-shotter. Would have been anyway with them in the double bonus. Got to call that one on Salcido, her 2nd personal. And Beltran heads to the line to shoot 2. She's 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. Beltran's first is up, and it'll rattle home. Now 48-40. It's Malaya Castro and Carly Greben coming in for Carly Knapp and Erlyn Salcido. Beltran trying to make it a full 3-possession game. It's a 3-possession game now, but Beltran going to try and stretch it back up to 9, and that one is in and out, no good, and it'll be Greben with the rebound. Carly's first, and a whistle sounds. Chief Bridgeforth takes the timeout. 1:35 remaining in the ball game. It is a 30, so we'll just keep it right here. Chief down to his final timeout as the Lady Cats trailing by 8. They need to find a little magic. Going to be hard to do here in the Bulldog Pit. Heard one of my colleagues one time call this place orange hell. It is not quite as orange as it used to be, but there is a lot of orange around here, as you would expect. Artesia, though, great facilities and very nice folks to deal with. We always appreciate our broadcast colleagues over here helping us out, and we try and return the favor at our place. So 48-40, let's see what magic Chief Bridgeforth and his Lady Cats can come up with in the last 95 seconds of this one. District tournament title game. Buendia almost losing the dribble. Will have to push it out to Malayas. They've stayed on her tight to Barunda for 3, and that one is off the mark. And it'll be Kraft, and it'll go out off Kraft. Should be Lovington basketball in their offensive zone. And yes, it will be. Lovington has forced 22 turnovers on Artesia. They've got to cash this one in. Push it in to Barunda, to Buendia, to Aranda. Aubrey for three, top of the arc, and that one is off the mark, and it'll be Kraft again with another rebound, her second. Lovington drops back in defense. 70 seconds to go, is off the foot and into the hands of Castro. Malaya takes it up and through the right side and in. So now a two-possession ball game. Full court press is on. Under a minute to play. Wagner working against Buendia. Goes left side. Picks up the dribble. Throws it to Harrison in the front court. 50 seconds to go. Back to Wagner. Well, they're letting her get away with that jump step a lot. So back to Wagner. And they're just going to make her foul her. And Malaya will come over and do just that. Her second personal. Then Wagner goes to the line for two. 48-42, a 6-point lead. Wagner 50-50 from the line. Leads with 15 points for the Lady Bulldogs. 14 points for the Lady Bulldogs. Still 14 points. I almost gave the announcer's curse in two different ways. So Wagner misses the first, but something tells me she'll make the second, and she does. Now 49-42, Lovington's got to get the three ball to Malaya. Padilla on her tight. Malaya will take it, and she's going to get fouled. They're going to whistle that one on Padilla, who goes, who, me? Alfred E. Newman would be proud, and that'll do it for Padilla, I do believe. Her fifth personal, and that'll foul her out of the ball game. So it'll put, it's Malaya at the line to shoot two. Malaya had a quiet three quarters, but she's coming up big here in the fourth. First one up for Malaya, and it is good. 8 points for Malaya in the quarter. 49-43, 34 seconds to go. Not out of reach just yet. Second shot is on the way, and it is good for Malaya Castro. Gets them both. 49-44. And Artesia going to take the timeout with 34 seconds to go, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, they've only got 60s left. So 49-44, a 5-point Lovington deficit. We're back in 30 seconds. Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
At some point, you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Back here at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. And stop me if you've seen this movie before, but it's a 5-point Artesia lead. And I think we've seen that twice previously this season. Neither one of them going the way of the Lovington Lady Cats, but they trail by 5 in the late stages of this one. When they opened district, it was a 5-point Artesia win. At our place to start the second half of district, you guessed it, it was a 5-point Artesia win. And so now it's a 5-point Artesia lead with 34 seconds remaining in the ballgame as Wagner will push it into Beltran as she's on Cardenas, and they're going to call Cardenas for the foul. That's pretty smart. That'll keep it close, and Beltran will come back down to shoot free throws. Beltran, though, probably not the one you want at the line, if you're Lovington anyway. She is 2 of 3. They're going to put Anda and Barunda back in. So Beltran at the line with 11 points, trying to extend this one up, and she will with 12 now, and that'll make it a 6-point Artesia lead as Barunda and Aranda come in for Knapp and Cardenas. 32 seconds remaining. Beltran at the line, trying to make this a 3-possession game once again, and that one clanks off of the iron, and the rebound by Lovington as Buendia will bring it down. So to Liz, and they'll get it to Malaya. The little floater from the left block is up and good. Malaya Castro now with 10 points in the quarter, and Lovington gets it back to a 4-point Artesia lead, and Lovington gonna take the timeout. We'll just keep it right here. So Lovington has got to find a way to steal the inbound, and barring that, if they can't get it swiped away in about maybe 3 seconds, they're gonna have to foul and foul fast. And they're going to have to do that twice unless you get one of the odd 4-point plays, which can happen if a 3-point shot, if there's a foul on one and the bucket goes in. No, I wouldn't plan on that, though. Still a two-possession ball game when you get right down to it. Lovington has forced Artesia tonight into 23 turnovers to just 18 on their side. But here in the second half, Artesia's done a much nicer job of converting those turnovers. Just a reminder, coming up about 15 minutes after the conclusion of this ball game, we will have the Lovington boys and Artesia boys for the boys for a district tournament title, I should say. So out of the Lady Cat timeout, you've got Knapp, Cardenas, Greben, Malaya, and Buendia on the floor for the Lady Cats. Wagner will get it into Harrison, back under to Wagner, back to Harrison. You got a foul. Somebody foul her, not Liz. She's got 4 on her as Knapp tries to steal it away. And coming over, and Malaya going to foul Harrison. But they let way too much time off the clock. Malaya's third personal. Harrison goes to the line, but with less than 12 seconds to go, 11.6 seconds officially. Harrison to the line where she is 1 of 2. When Buendia and Aranda wait to check in. Artesia knew that Buendia couldn't go after her with 4 fouls, and Harrison will miss the first. So still a two-possession ball game, 50-46. Not out of the question, but you got to have your shooters in, and you are going to have to score fast. So Harrison misses the first. She'll eye the second. And she gets that one, and I have a feeling that's pretty much going to do it. It's to the front court with Buendia with 9 to Malaya. Basically a half-court shot, and it is off the iron. Aranda with the rebound and the putback. That's no good. And the ball is loose on the floor, and it'll wind up in nobody's hands. And Artesia is going to win the ball game. Our final. I've seen this story before, a 5-point Artesia win as they knock off Lovington 51-46. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and wrap this one up, get you ready for the boys game. Lady Cat basketball in just a moment continues.
Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oil Field Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oil Field Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Back here for your very quick Western States Insurance postgame report. The Lady Cats will fall to the Lady Dogs tonight. 51-46 is the final. Leading scorer for your Lady Cats tonight, Liz Buendia, with 19 points in the ballgame. Malaya Castro, 11 points, all of them coming in the fourth quarter, but just too little too late as Artesia stormed back from a 9-point deficit to take the win. And the both ends of the district championship, both the regular season and the district tournament. So up next for the Lovington Lady Cats, we will await seeding as they have knocked off the number 4 team in the state twice, that being Portales. So they're going to be right on that bubble with, home game or not. But we will have to wait and see on Sunday. But a lot to be proud of the Lady Cats this season as they're going to finish up the regular season at 18-11. But I think there's still a lot of basketball left in these Lovington Lady Cats. So we'll take a quick timeout and come back here in about 10 minutes for your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show for the Wildcat boys. The Lovington Lady Cats falling tonight again, final 51-46. We'll be back for the boys game coming up as Wildcat and Lady Cat athletics continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan on assignment tonight. Braden Cooper helping out with the camera. Thank you very much, Braden. Appreciate you making the trip and coming up to help out tonight and watch a little basketball too. And, well, good crowd in the stands for the nightcap of this district ending doubleheader. The Lady Cats falling earlier tonight in the girls 4A district tournament championship, 51-46, another 5-point loss. Dadgummit. Well, and as we come into this one, though, the Wildcats are 7th right now in the Max Preps Matrix rankings, which would get them a home game. Artesia is number 6, but Artesia did win the district championship overall, so they're probably pretty much assured a home game. Lovington would like to sew up a home game next week for the opening round of the playoffs. This is the 4th time these two teams will be meeting up. They met early in the season at a tournament, and Artesia getting the win 51-38. Then they opened district here at the Bulldog Pit, and it was a 13-point win for the Bulldogs, and then a 7-point win at our place a couple of weeks back, 57-50. So Lovington has gotten it a little bit closer each time the two have matched up. So maybe tonight will be the night. There is definitely going to be no secrets between these two squads here at the Bulldog Pit. Seems like just about every year we wind up here for the championship game. I remember it was the COVID year, so 2020, right before, actually it was the pre-COVID year, but it's about a week before the entire world shut down. We were here for a championship game, and the Lovington Wildcats pulled off the upset, and that actually got them into the playoffs that year. A must-win game for them, that one, and really maybe a must-win game for them tonight if they want to solidify that 7th seed in the playoffs. Now, we talked about this earlier in the girls' game. Pretty good chance that the Lovington girls will be playing Portales' girls in the first round of the playoffs, and I have a feeling it's going to be the exact same for the Lovington boys. Lovington 7, Portales 10. If that were to hold true when the final rankings and the playoff seedings are allowed, then it could wind up being Lovington, Portales, both sides. Of course, we won't know for sure on that until the release of the rankings on Sunday. All right, they have put the starters up on the board for Coach Michael Mondragon's Artesia Bulldogs, 16-8 on the year. Starters will be number 4, David Hammond, number 21, Nia Estrada, number 22, Diego Wesson, number 23, Jaron Watkins, and number 42, Clay Kincaid. For your Lovington Wildcats, your starters tonight will be number 1, DeMarcus Thompson, number 3, Julian Arroyo, number 4, Elijah Rivero, and number 24, Cale Covington. For Artesia, the rest of their bench is number 3, Charlie Campbell, and he will see significant minutes. Number 12, Matthew Hafliger. Number 24, Cale Hodling. Number 30, Diedrich Bishop. Number 32, Frankie Galindo. Number 33, Jack Byers. Number 40, Zane Bays. Number 44, Trent Egeland. And number 52, Enrique Armendares. Expect to see Armendares and Campbell off the bench quite a bit tonight. For Lovington, the rest of their bench, other than the starters, number 2, Peyton Hernandez, number 10, JoJo Perez, number 11, Ethan Stevens, number 20, Kyler Reeves, number 22, Anson Marquez, number 23, Donovan Gomez, number 30, Xavier Casares, number 32, Alejandro Medrano, and number 33, Valente Herrera. For the Wildcats, they're just going to want to come out and push the pace, push the tempo, play good movement basketball, find the open shot, and take it to these Artesia Bulldogs and claim the district tournament title. So as we get ready, the teams have come out to the free throw lines preparing for the national anthem. So we'll wrap up this abbreviated version of your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. Stone Oilfield Services, for everything you need out in the patch. Call Mr. Stone and his great crew. Stone Oilfield Services, proud supporters of the Cats and Lady Cats. Tip-off coming right after this. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, Shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com, as apparently everybody but us now goes for the sizzle reel in the whole Lakers entrance. Hey, you know, it's a good thing. It adds to the atmosphere. Great crowd on hand tonight as the Cats will face off against the Artesia Bulldogs and look to pick off the district tournament title from the regular season district champs. Lovington, the number 2 seed. Artesia, of course, the number 1 seed. And Lovington going for their 4th shot of the year against these Artesia Bulldogs. For the home team Bulldogs, their starting 5 tonight under longtime head coach Michael Mondragon is number 4, David Hammond, number 21, Nia Estrada, number 22, Diego Wesson, number 23, Jaron Watkins, and number 42, Clay Kincaid. Artesia will be wearing the home white unis with the orange letters and numbers, and Bulldogs in script in black on the front of those unis. For the Lovington Wildcats, they are wearing the road blues with the white letters and numbers and Cats in script on the front. Of course, longtime head coach Casey Pack, I believe this is his 5th season as the boys' boss, 17-10 on the year, 4-2 though in district. And they did get the big win against Portales at our place back, well, it's just last night. Oh my goodness. Time flies when you're having fun. 82-64, the final score in that one. So Lovington going to look to maintain the momentum and sew up for sure a home game next week. Of course, the seedings will be released on Sunday afternoon by the NMAA. This is a 6-7 battle right now in the Max Preps rankings. Lovington 7, Artesia number 6. Artesia probably with a home matchup There's no probably to it. They will have the home game, and Lovington looking to sew a home game up. Great crowd on hand tonight. Good crowd making the way from Lovington. But if you couldn't be here tonight at the Bulldog Pit, we appreciate you being with us wherever you happen to be around Southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and the world on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. So the Cats going to come out. Starters again will be Thompson, Arroyo, Rivero, Pondo, and Covington. You've got to get the flow going, get the movement going. If you remember against Portales, that was a close game early, and then the defense sparked the offense, and it turned into a runaway. The Bulldogs are going to do what the Bulldogs do. They're just going to come out and try and beat you down and open things up inside and then work it to the outside to their shooters, as Covington will head to the center of the big Bulldog. And he will take the jump against Clay Kincaid, Hammond, Estrada, Wesson, Watkins, and Kincaid for the Bulldogs. Thompson, Arroyo, Rivero, Pondo, and Covington for the Wildcats. As our officiating crew is ready to go here tonight, and we are underway. District tournament title game as the Cats will control it. Pondo gives it to Arroyo. He will cross the line as Watkins picks him up quickly. Bounce it to Rivero. Right wing, now give it to Covington. He's going to back it up as he works against Estrada. To Arroyo. They're going to stay on him extremely tight. That's what we saw with the shooters in the girls' game. They'll get it to Thompson, to Pondo as he works hard against Wesson. Goes to the right baseline to Covington, to Rivero, to Arroyo. Hippity hop into the lane, put up the shot, and it won't fall, but he's fouled. So he'll head to the line to shoot two. You're just joining us, of course, the Lady Cats falling by 5 earlier as they're going to whistle the foul on Jaron Watkins, his first personal, first team foul on the Bulldogs. So it puts Julian Arroyo at the line to shoot two. So going to try and break the ice here early for the Wildcats. Julian's first is up, and it is good. So Julian Arroyo draws first blood for the Wildcats. They take the early 1-0 lead. I really wish they would have this Jumbotron just stay a consistent color like this. It's kind of annoying. Second one is up for Julian, and it is good. So he makes them both. And Lovington with the early 2-0 lead. A little bit of full court pressure on as it'll be Hammond still in the backcourt. Bounces it and right into the hands of the Wildcats. Coming back are the Cats. Pondo to Rivero. 10 foot from the left base, no good, and clanks off the iron and into the hands of Estrada. He pushes it forward to Diego Wesson. Deep right corner, and he tries to get it onto the baseline, and it'll wind up being tipped and then off of the hands of Kincaid. Back into the hands of Lovington. That'll be the second turnover for the Bulldogs. As one of the officials asking what's wrong with the ball. Yeah, the error taken out of the basketball is Coach Mondragon going to check it. They're checking to see if they bounce equally, and the officials not too happy about it. So they're going to send a new ball into play. I'm not sure the last time I've seen that. I know I have. So good eye by the officials to see that maybe something wasn't bouncing quite right there. So it's Thompson. He will inbound it to Arroyo. Lovington up 2-0. It is early, less than a minute gone here in the first. Arroyo to the front court, and that's where Artesia's defense will pick him up. Watkins to Rivero, to Cale Covington on the give and go, and misses the point-blank layup and into the hands of Kincaid. Kincaid to Hammond. Artesia wants to run a little bit. Now they'll set things up and slow things down. Hammond going to back it up near the timeline, then come to Estrada in the right wing. Hand it off to Watkins. Watkins switches over to Estrada in the left wing. Now back out top of the arc. Hammond thinks about the three. On him very tight is Arroyo. Julian claps the hands as he'll toss it to Wesson in the right wing. Rivero out on him. 6.5 remaining in the first. 2-0 Lovington lead. To Hammond, left corner. Hammond gets a screen from Estrada, and they'll just have to reset with Kincaid. Kincaid to Watkins. Watkins goes behind the back, almost loses it, keeps it, picks up the dribble, goes to the right base, puts up the shot, no good, and it'll be Covington with the rebound. That'll be Cale's first. Cats on the run. Covington to the front court, tossing long cross court, and bad pass, and into the hands of Wesson. Bulldogs back down. Wesson will keep it himself. Pop a shot from 10 and off the glass and good. Over the years, watching Diego Wesson, he has developed that shot as Covington back down, and he will drive in, give it to Thompson. It is off the glass, and Kincaid with it. Hard to go over Kincaid. A little backcourt pressure, all tied at 2. 5:46 remaining in the first. Hand off to Hammond as he'll bring it across the timeline. Lovington in a man zone. And they'll push it to Wesson in the left elbow. He'll back it out, toss it left corner. Watkins thinks about the three. The high inlet pass trying for Kincaid. Instead goes to Pondo. Micah to DeMarcus. Thompson through, shot up, and they're going to call, count the bucket and the foul, or is it a charge? Well, let's see for sure if they counted the bucket. And they're going to call the block foul. They're going to call that on Hammond, his first personal, second team foul. And they said it was on the floor. So the bucket didn't count. I think it should have counted, and I think he was in the act of shooting. Coach Mondragon wanted so Thompson in the left corner off the inbound for three. That went off the mark, and the rebound by Campbell, who just checked into the ball game. Campbell trying to split through traffic, almost loses it. Ooh, that was a travel almost. And a bad pass inside, tipped away into the hands of Rivero. He'll give it off to Arroyo. 3 minutes gone in this one. Just a bucket apiece for the two teams. Feeling each other out like two heavyweight prize fighters early. Rivero works against Hammond. Push it to Thompson, to Pondo, right wing. Three ball up and off of the back, and Covington with the rebound, his second. Get it to Rivero, push it out to Cale. Campbell picks him up quickly. Cale to the left base, the little 10-foot floater up and good. Cale has really worked on that mid-range jump shot, and it's good. And the ball swatted away and out of bounds, but it'll stay Artesia basketball. 4:45 remaining in the first. Rivero, Thompson, Arroyo, Pondo, and Covington on the floor for the Cats. Estrada, Hammond, Campbell, Kincaid, and Wesson on the floor for the Dogs, and it'll be Wesson with the three-pointer up, no good, and into the hands of Julian Arroyo. Julian pushes it forward and over the head of everybody. Second turnover for the Wildcats. 4.5 minutes to go in the first. As Estrada will check out, Watkins will check back in for Artesia. It'll be Artesia basketball. Lovington going, looks like maybe with a little man press. We'll see for sure on the defensive side of things. Toss it into Campbell. He's just going to hold it as Lovington drops back in defense. Arroyo's going to pick him up as soon as he crosses the timeline. He will, picks up the dribble, gets it to Hammond on the far sideline. Comes back near side to Wesson. Is Pondo and Rivero there. Little over the head pass to Hammond, to Watkins, to Wesson. Now deep right corner. Campbell thinks about the three, and they're going to call the block foul on Julian. Yep, the feet were moving. His first personal, first team foul. It is on the floor. So Artesia maintains possession as we head towards the halfway point of this first period. 4-2 Lovington in the lead. So Wesson from the right base pushes it in. He'll get it to Watkins, who goes over Thompson and up and in. Watkins with his first bucket of the ball game ties it up at 4. Back down, Covington in trouble. Arroyo top of the arc, saves him and puts up the three ball, no good. Thompson with the rebound. DeMarcus takes it hard to the rack, no good. And no call, and Kincaid will get the rebound. Picking up the dribble is Watkins. He needs some help, and he'll get it from Campbell. Give and go to Hammond from the right elbow, and his shot up no good. Kincaid is there with the rebound and the putback. You got to watch the big boy. Artesia now up 6-4. 3.5 to go in the first. Arroyo to the front court, goes to the right lane, high off the glass, no good. And off of a tip, it'll be Watkins with the rebound. He'll bring it back down, and he'll give it off to Campbell, who takes it up and in. And wisely, Coach Casey Pack going to take the timeout with 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. Artesia 8, Lovington 4. We'll just keep it right here. Say a big thank you to all the great sponsors you see on the bottom of your screen, and you're hearing their spots. Ads, whatever you want to call them, but they make it possible for us to do these games, to support those great folks who support your Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. A full weekend of sports here on the Noel-Mark family of stations. Of course, tonight we've got Hobbs softball going on. Partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, on assignment there tonight. Also, you've got the Tatum girls and the Eunice girls for the 4-2A district title. Eunice was up in that one late in the ball game. Got the Jal Panthers taking on Hagerman in the semifinals of the 4-2A boys tournament. Winner of that game will play Eunice tomorrow. We will have those games for you. Also tomorrow will be the 4-5A tournament championship on the girls' side. The Hobbs Lady Eagles taking on Carlsbad. We'll have that for you over in the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. Dawn Morgan and myself. But 8-4 out of the timeout, so Lovington trying to stop the roll that Artesia all of a sudden found themselves on. So Arroyo Off of the inbound from Thompson to the front court to Covington. He works against Campbell, push it to Arroyo. Kind of a bad pass. Julian corrals it, but couldn't just catch and shoot. Backs it up, push it into Covington. Good pass. Covington goes to the floor, and he's going to get fouled as the Boo Birds are out. Let's see who the ref's going to call it on. They are going to call the block foul on Campbell. So that'll be his first personal. Third team foul on Artesia. It is on the floor as Ethan Stevens and JoJo Perez will check in for the Cats as Rivero and Pondo come off the floor. You've got Covington, Arroyo, Stevens, Perez, and Thompson on the floor for your Wildcats. Armendariz checking in for the Bulldogs. Armendariz, Watkins, Estrada, Hammond. And where's number 5 out there? There he is. That's still Campbell. There we go. So it'll be Lovington basketball. Arroyo pushes it into Cale, gives it right back to Julian in the left block. He'll go high off the left glass, no good. And off of the tip, it'll be Estrada with his second board of the ball game. To Hammond, oh yeah, he traveled it. 5th turnover for Artesia, but they lead by 4 with 2:53 to go. Lovington has got to cash in on these turnovers. Out of the 5 turnovers, they've cashed in on 1 of them. 2:53 to go in the first, a 4-point Artesia lead. Covington, he's going to keep it himself, and they will call the block foul on Estrada. That'll be his first personal. 4th team foul on Artesia. It is on the floor as Hammond checks out. Diego Wesson will check back in. The Boo Birds out in orange behind us. It's a very vocal crowd. Lovington will be in the bonus on the next foul. Arroyo to Thompson, pops it in. Now back to Arroyo, deep left corner for 3, and that one is off the mark, and it'll be Watkins with his second board of the ball game. Watkins will keep it himself into the front court for Artesia. Picks up the dribble, hands it off to Campbell. Campbell to Watkins. Arroyo will pick him up. Now they'll toss it back out to Estrada. 2.5 to go in the first. Till Watkins takes it into the lane, but is forced out by the Wildcat D. Now over to Campbell, thinks about the shot, takes it to the right baseline, loses it into the hands of Thompson. He'll get it to Arroyo, back the other way, shake and bake, and Julian tosses it up, no good. Covington there with the rebound. His putback no good, and it'll be Watkins with the rebound. Artesia wanted to travel as Watkins almost loses it. Arroyo gets to him, coming to Campbell on the near side. 2 minutes exactly remaining in the first quarter. Stevens picks up Campbell and will follow him into the right wing. And they'll work it around to Watkins for 3 in the left wing. That shot up, no good, and it'll be Estrada with his 3rd rebound of the ball game. Reset it to Campbell. Campbell, little spin move to the left elbow, and he'll go back the other way, put it in, and Armendariz tries to tip it in. Underneath, fight for the rebound, and a foul going to be called on Lovington. I think they're going to get Perez against Enriquez, or Armendariz, pardon me. Yep, they will call JoJo Perez for his first personal. Just the 2nd team foul on the Cats. And Armendariz at the line to shoot 2. The ref goes over to talk to Coach Casey Pack as Armendariz misses the first one. So the score remains 8-4 as Anson Marquez comes into the ball game. Thompson going to take a breather. So Armendariz missing the first at the line. Artesia trying to make it a 5-point lead. And Armendariz's second shot. Second one is up, and that one is off the mark, and it'll be Covington with his 4th board of the ball game. Cale going to keep it himself against Estrada, and they call the push off on Covington. Cale's first personal, 3rd team foul, 3rd turnover for the Wildcats. Nothing going right for the Cats right at this moment. 95 seconds to go in the first, which has kind of become a bit of a foul fest here. Covington and Arroyo check out. Pondo and Thompson back into the ball game. Stevens with the backcourt pressure for the Cats as they'll get it into Campbell. Campbell going to turn on the Jets, gets it across the timeline to Wesson in the right corner. Throw it to Armendariz in the left base and up and in. You let the big boy go, he'll make you pay, and now Artesia up by 6. Wellington's got to find some comeback. Thompson, hippity hop through the lane, the little push shot. We cannot buy a bucket right now. And Pondo with the long rebound. Good hustle there for Micah. 1 minute remaining. Toss it to Stevens. Campbell picks him up. Stevens to the free throw line, out to Pondo. Estrada stays on him. Now to Marquez for 3, and Anson in and out. Somebody check that rim, that bucket, and they are going to call the foul on Armendariz. So that'll be his first personal. Fifth team foul on Artesia. Will put Lovington at the line to shoot 2. And that'll put Ethan Stevens at the line. So Stevens trying to stop a 8-0 Artesia run here. So Ethan's at the line. He'll put up the first one, and too hard off the back of the iron. We just cannot buy a bucket right now. 10-4 still our score. Under a minute to play in the first. Stevens will bounce it, eye it. Second one is up and good, and that breaks an 8-0 run and cuts it down to just a 5-point Artesia lead with 55 seconds remaining in the first. Campbell will control. He'll run the point. Now he crosses the timeline against opposition from Stevens. Comes near side. Then they'll get it to Wesson. Deep right corner. His 3 ball is up. That one no good. But there is Watkins with the rebound and the putback. That was pretty. He was in the right position. Oh, Perez to the front court. Lovington down by 7, 12-5. To Pondo. From the free throw line. Turnaround jumper is no good. And trying to track it down is Wesson. And he will touch it last. It'll stay Lovington basketball in their offensive end. 27 seconds to go in a first period that has been mostly Artesia. Zeniquez will check out. Kincaid will come in. With 27 seconds to go, Marquez to inbound it from the left baseline. Looks, tosses in. Stevens on the long inbound, back out near the timeline. Nifty little move, goes around Campbell, but then runs into the trees. But Thompson playing backdoor, goes on the baseline, gets the pass and up and in for DeMarcus. Good heads-up play there by the Wildcats. As I have lost the score bug. Come on, there we go. 12-7 is the score, 7 seconds to go as Campbell from the top of the arc for 3. That one is off the mark. Kincaid and Marquez battle for it. And I think they may get Anson, or are they going to? Yep, it'll be on Marquez. No, that'll be his first personal. Just the 4th team foul on Lovington. They call the hold on Anson. And it'll be Watkins to inbound it from the right baseline for the Bulldogs. They lead by 5 with 1 second to Kincaid, and they can't get the shot off before the buzzer. And so we have played one here at the Bulldog Pit. It is Artesia 12, Lovington 7. We're back in a minute. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
A 10-1 run to end the first quarter puts Artesia up 12-7 in this district tournament title game. I'm TJ Miracle, Braden Cooper running camera for us tonight. Thanks for being with us here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, as Estrada will inbound it to Hammond, and we are underway here in the second. Hammond picks up the dribble, tosses to Wesson, top of the arc, thinks about the 3. Rivero gets to him. He'll just take it all the way through the left base and tries to get it over to Kincaid, and he's going to be stripped out underneath. Good job by Pondo there. They tried the give and go, but getting the hand in there to knock it away. So it'll be Kincaid to inbound. He'll toss it into Watkins. Pondo picks him up quickly. Watkins cycles it out, and they'll reset it with Hammond out between the rings. 7.5 remaining. First half, a 5-point Artesia lead. The defenses definitely have showed up tonight. Offenses not so much yet. Wesson will push off. Now they'll push it over to Watkins. Watkins to the right base. The little 5-foot floater is up and good. Jaron Watkins with 6 points leads the charge for the Bulldogs. Arroyo to the front court. Drives through. Stops, pops, off the mark, and it'll be Estrada with his 4th rebound. We're getting killed on the glass, 14-7 in the first quarter to Watkins, deep left corner. He'll take it into the high post, put up the little baby hook, and Thompson will wind up with the rebound. To Arroyo, he'll push it through. Leave it off for Rivero. Rivero hippity-hop through the lane, and he's going to be blocked. Can't really go against Kincaid that way, but they tried it. Throw the fastball to Estrada in the deep left corner, and they'll get it back to Watkins. They'll reset with Wesson now. 6.5 remaining. This is Artesia basketball. They will be very patient, up by 7. 14-7 the score. Estrada to Watkins. Watkins to the free throw line, but is going to be backed out. Has to push it back, as Estrada will just leave it off between the rings for Hammond. Hammond to Wesson. Wesson to Watkins, and then sets the pick for him. Top of the arc. Watkins for 3, and it is good. Jared Watkins is burning the Cats right now. It is 17-7, 10-point lead for Artesia, their biggest of the ball game. To Covington. Covington on the right base. He goes up over Kincaid, and Kale has 4 points in the ball game, and it breaks the run. Now let's see if Lovington can continue on with it. 17-9, Artesia in the lead. 5:50 to go here in the first half. To Watkins in front of the Wildcat bench. Now coming near side to Wesson. Wesson picks up the dribble, and they will call the travel. 7th turnover for Artesia. Lovington winning that battle 7-4 right now, but they've only managed to convert on 1 of those 7. Thompson, Arroyo, Rivero, Covington, and Pondo. It is the starting 5 on the floor for the Wildcats. Pondo getting yeah-yahed by the student section over there. Micah don't respond. As Arroyo to the free throw line. Throws the fastball to Rivero, now out to the corner. Covington for 3, and that one kisses the rim. And it'll be Campbell with the rebound, just checking in. Campbell picks up the dribble, toss it over. Rivero gets to it, tries to save it in, but does right into the hands of Hammond, who will turn around from 7 and put it up and in. Hammond's first bucket of the ball game, back to a 10-point Artesia lead. As Arroyo underneath to Thompson, left baseline, and then out of bounds. That'll be the 5th turnover for the Wildcats. Now is no time to get cute. You trail by 10. 19-9, Artesia leading. As Wesson checks out. He checked in his place. That'll be number 12. That'll be Halflicker. As it'll be Hammond to Campbell. Campbell right baseline, goes hard to the rack, and he's going to be fouled down the baseline. He'll now go to the line for 2. Try and extend this 10-point lead, as they will call the hold on Cale Covington. So Covington's second personal. First team foul in the quarter, but it will put Campbell at the line with 4:55 remaining here in the first half. Campbell's first is up and good. Lovington's not careful. Artesia's going to run away with this one. I said in the pregame report, 4th time these two teams have met, Artesia's won all 3 of them. There's not much they're going to keep secret from each other, as that one is no good, and it'll be Covington with his 5th board of the ball game. It's to the front court. Cats will bring it with Arroyo to Rivero. He works against Campbell, gets a pick from Covington. Now out to Pondo. Pondo to Arroyo. Arroyo going to drive through, and they're going to call the push-off. I've got a feeling, or nope. They're going to call that one on Campbell, or on Hammond. That'll be his second personal. The Boo Birds come out. Are they going to say he was in the act of shooting? Nope, they were pretty emphatic. It was a floor foul. Coach Michael Mondragon barking at the official over there. And I do happen to know this crew, so I will not name names on any of them. Both coaches have barked at all of them. This is a good crew. They'll get it into Campbell, or rather to Covington, and it's tipped, but back to Arroyo, and he's going to be hammered as he puts up the 3 and goes into the Artesia bench, as they're going to call that on Watkins. They could actually call that flagrant. They do not. Watkins' second personal, second team foul, and so Julian will head to the line where he will shoot 3. 4.5 to go in the first half. Mondragon is over barking at the official again. I don't know how you could say that wasn't a foul, Coach. First one up for Julian is good. He's only got 3 points in the ball game. He has been quiet in the first half. 20-10 with 2 free throws yet to come for Arroyo. Mondragon continues to bark. Second one is up and good. As Watkins will check out, Wesson back in. Rivero checks out. Stevens will come in for the Wildcats. Oh, at the line, Julian Arroyo shooting 3. Trying to cut it down a little bit more. Shot is on the way, and Julian gets them all. So now back to an 8-point lead. And it is Artesia basketball. Halfliger to Wesson, right wing. 3-ball on the way off the arc. And skying for it is Pondo. I didn't know he had that kind of ups, but he does. So he'll push it to Thompson, who goes in against Kincaid, and they will call the block on Kincaid. That'll be his first personal. Third team foul on Artesia. And it'll put DeMarcus at the line to shoot 2. And if you can chip away at the line, go ahead and do it. And Mondragon barking again. Different official this time. Thompson will get the first to go. He's got 3 points in the ball game. What was once an 11-point deficit is now back down to 7. 5-0 run for Lovington. 4-0 run, pardon me. Now a 5-0 run. Go back to within a 2-possession ball game with 4:19 remaining in the first half. Kincaid inbounds it to Charlie Campbell, who's just going to walk it over the timeline with 4:15 to go. Coach Casey Pack telling him, get out there and guard him. Campbell on Stevens, throw it into a wide open Enriquez, and he misses it in and out. Off the tip into the hands of Julian Arroyo. He'll push it forward to Micah Pondo. Step back, left corner, 3 on the way. That one off the mark. Arroyo goes down hard in the paint, and Armendariz has his 3rd rebound of the ball game. Into the front court with Campbell. Throw the fastball in, and it'll be saved out to Estrada. Estrada tossing out to Wesson. Wesson thinks about the 3, and now they'll reset. The 2 threes go at it, trying to get the high inbound, and Covington going to get fouled as Enriquez goes hard to the floor for Cale. That's his 3rd personal, 2nd team foul. Enriquez, that should be on the floor. It will be. Cale going to have to come out, and they're going to put Marquez in. With 3 fouls on Covington. So it will be Artesia basketball off of the foul. 3:41 remaining here in the half. Inbound to Kincaid, wide open from the high post, no good. And it'll be Arroyo with his 3rd board of the ball game. So Arroyo to the front court with 3.5 to go. Push it over to Stevens. The little head fake, bounce it back out to Julian. Julian works against Campbell. Arroyo takes it, spin move. 10-foot floater up, no good, and it'll be another rebound for Armendariz. We've got to find some way to challenge those bigs to Kincaid, and he'll go through, tries to slam it home, but he's fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Didn't get the dunk to go. The Artesia faithful happy about it. They'll call the hold foul on Arroyo, his 2nd personal, 3rd team foul on the Cats. And Kincaid to the line for his first trip tonight. He's got 2 points. Trying to stretch this back out. Kincaid's first is up, and it'll rattle home. But now 21-14 as Perez will come in for Stevens. They're asking the official where the foul was. Oh, they've got some blood on Ethan, so he's going to have to go check that out as Kincaid will get both of his free throws to fall. 22-14. So Stevens having a little work done on the arm. So Thompson, Arroyo, Pondo, Perez, and Marquez on the floor for the Cats. Kincaid, Wesson, Estrada, Campbell, and Armendariz on the floor for the Dogs. Perez to Pondo. Pondo to Julian. Right there quickly was Estrada. Julian, 10-footer from the right block. No good, and another rebound for Armendariz. That's his 5th. Armendariz to Campbell, and they are going to call the bump on Julian. His 3rd personal. He's picked up 2 quickly. So Julian going to have to sit with 2:55 to go here in the first half. And a 22-14 deficit. Coach Casey Pack is not happy pacing the sidelines over there. Is on the floor. Estrada looks to inbound it from the left baseline. Pushes it into Campbell. Campbell from the left wing for 3, and it's good. Campbell wide open, drains the 3 ball. 25-14, back to an 11-point lead for Artesia. Perez to the front court to Pondo. Direct in traffic. He'll take it to the left base, goes around Armendariz, and the little floater from the left base is up and good. Micah Pondo's first back bucket of the ball game. Back under double digits now for the Artesia lead. Campbell, as Marquez will switch out with Arroyo on him. Not sure I agree with leaving Julian out there with 3 fouls and still 2:21 to go in the half. He fouled out of the game at our place and changed the complexion to Wesson, NBA 3 left wing off the mark. But it'll be Kincaid with a 5th rebound. He'll get it into Armendariz, who will lay it home. Lovington, no answer for the bigs so far. Pondo left wing, 3 ball up. off the back of the iron, and Wesson collides with Campbell, but he'll get the rebound. Campbell will keep it himself, running to the front court, turn around from 12. That one no good, and Thompson has his third board of the ball game. Throw it to a breaking Pondo, but Micah trying to save it does, right into the hands of Campbell. 6 turnover for the Wildcats, and Pondo, yeah, that was a push in the back, and I think they're going to get him flagrant on that one. As the chant that's not too nice, and they call the push, they don't call the flagrant. Micah's first personal. That is the 5th team foul, and that will put Campbell at the line to shoot 2 as Artesia is in the bonus now with 1:41 to go in the half and an 11-point lead. Things not going the way of the Cats in the first half as Campbell will miss the first one. Campbell with 6 points in the ball game. Rivero and Stevens back in. Pondo will come out. Arroyo also going to sit. So Campbell at the line, missed the first, eyes the second, and that one is going to be off the mark, and it'll be Thompson with his 4th board of the ball game, almost stolen away by Campbell, then tipped by Wesson and out of bounds. Artesia picking up the pressure with 94 seconds remaining here in the first half. They lead by 11. Nothing has fallen in this first half for the Wildcats. Thompson to inbound it, pushes it in to Perez at the timeline. Perez takes it right side, leaves it off for Stevens. Stevens, a little hesitation move to Rivero to the left block, and that one going to be partially blocked, and it'll wind up in the hands of Egeland, who just checked in. Wind up a turnover for the Wildcats. Trying to dunk it is Campbell, and he is going to go out of bounds and losing control of it. The Artesia faithful wanting the foul. They're not going to get it. It'll wind up the 8th turnover for Artesia. 1:18 to go. Backcourt pressure being applied by Campbell. Perez with it. Picks up the dribble. Now comes near side to Rivero, and Elijah loses it on the sideline. 8th turnover now for Lovington with 1:10 remaining here in the first half. Artesia up 27-16. They'll push the ball into Campbell from Wesson in the backcourt. Yep, they can just take the air out of the ball right now if they want to. I think they're going to be very, very careful here in the last minute of the first half with the big lead. Estrada to Campbell, thinks about the 3, runs into Perez, then goes in and gets blocked by Thompson. Good job by DeMarcus, out of bounds. Stays Artesia basketball as Stevens will have to lace up the Nikes a little tighter. Artesia ball from right of the bucket. With 50 seconds to go, it'll be Wesson to inbound. Gets it to Estrada, tries to bounce it back to Wesson, and Perez will knock it away. So it'll stay Artesia basketball. Lovington has played okay on defense this first half, but the offense has just not showed up so far. High inlet to Campbell. Campbell right now one of the leading scorers, and he's off the bench. Campbell toss it into Egeland. Egeland turn around from 7, and it'll rattle home. Egeland with his first 2 points of the ball game, make it a 29-16, a 13-point lead to Thompson to Rivero. Under 30 to play in the first half. Wesson on him tight. Bounce it back out to Perez. Perez to Stevens, trying to get it to Marquez on the left base. Back out to Ethan for 3, left corner, and that one is an air ball. And a turnover for the Wildcats. Push it forward and over the head of a leaping Kincaid from Wesson. And the teams trade turnovers. 12 seconds to go here in the first half. Kyler Reeves going to come into the ball game for Ethan Stevens. So Reeves comes in. Thompson going to come out. Inbound from Stevens, who stayed in as Thompson went out. Push it over to Perez. And they are going to, is it a foul on Kincaid? Or is it just out of bounds off Kincaid? Yeah, just out of bounds off of him with 6 seconds to go. Rivero looks to get it in. He will. He'll push it into Perez. Perez, little crossover, goes into the left lane, high off the glass, kisses it home. Perez, his first bucket of the ball game. And we head to the half. Artesia in control of this one, 29-18. We'll be back for your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show right after this. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com.
to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And the Cats need a little get up and go in the second half. We'll talk more about that as they trail 29-18 here in the 4-4A District Tournament Championship round. As we'll start with Artesia. Their leading scorer in the first half was Jaron Watkins. He had 9 points, 6 points off the bench for Charlie Campbell, 4 points for Clay Kincaid, 4 points for Enrique Amendadas, 2 points David Hammond, 2 points Diego Wesson, and 2 points for Trent Egland. Not the only thing that didn't go Artesia's way in the first half, free throw shooting. They go 3 of 8 from the line in that first half. Turned it over 9 times, but they are dominating on the boards. Kincaid and Amendadas with 5 apiece, and Estrada and Watkins with 4 apiece. They have 21 rebounds collectively as a team. They are well ahead in that category. They scored 12 points in the first, 17 in the second. That's how they get to their 29 on the board. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats. Julian Arroyo leads the charge with 5 points in the first half. DeMarcus Thompson and Cale Covington with 4 apiece. You got 2 on the board for JoJo Perez, 2 for Micah Pondo, and a point for Ethan Stevens. Lovington, only thing that's keeping it as close as it is they are right now 8 of 9 from the free throw line. But they've had their problems on the boards. Only 14 rebounds. Cale Covington, who's in foul trouble, has 5 of those 14. DeMarcus Thompson with 4 of them. Got to do a better job on the glass in the second half. As we mentioned, 9 turnovers for the Wildcats, so tied in that category. Lovington just 7 points in the first and 11 in the second. So your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. If you're the Wildcats, you've got to find that extra gear. You're trailing by double digits. You are down by 11. My guess is that Wildcat locker room is one of 2 things. It is either dead silent or there's probably an explosion that I'm surprised we can't hear it out here. No, yeah. And so with I've just been informed by a former member of Coach Pack's team, Braden Cooper, who's running our camera tonight, probably the explosion. I am actually kind of surprised that we can't hear it out here, but the walls, I guess, in the Bulldog pit fairly insulated. But, yeah, the Wildcats have just kind of looked a little blah in the first half, so they've got to find that gear and they've got to find that motivation because there is still a lot on the line. You get the trophy and you get to say you won the district tournament title, and it does mean if you win the district tournament title and you were not the regular season champ, but it does mean you get an automatic bid into the playoffs, and so you wouldn't have to worry about, well, are we in or not, and I think we are no matter what, but you'd like to know going into Sunday that you have that for sure. So Lovington, still trying to sew up that home game and, a little bit chancy depending on what happens in the other games around the state tonight and tomorrow in the district tournament title games. Artesia may actually be trying to move up into the top 4 or 5. I don't think they can move up much more than maybe 2 spots, but your higher seeds, of course, it makes it a little easier going through in the state tournament. Lovington, we're just looking for the home game. So the Cats have got to find some motivation, and they have got to find a way to handle the bigs. They have not done a great job inside against Kincaid and Armandadas. 10 rebounds between the two of them, and not blocking out well. Thompson and Covington can only do so much, but Covington going to have to play a little tentative in the second half. He's already got 3 personal fouls, as does Julian Arroyo. So you got to keep that in mind, too. If you've got Arroyo and Covington out in foul trouble, that really does diminish the offensive firepower for the Wildcats. Defense has really been pretty good, but the offense just couldn't buy a bucket in most of that first half. So let's see what's going to happen. Well, we don't know, but we will coming up here in about 3.5 minutes. Wildcats trailing Artesia 29-18. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Report. From Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa know-how for your car, and trust me, my friends, at some point you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa. Get up and go. And we'll be back second half right after this.
Traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
And welcome back to the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. Getting ready for the second half as Lovington has got to find a new gear as they trail the Bulldogs 29-18. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight. Braden Cooper helping out with the camera. Thank you very much, Braden. And so the Cats, it'll be their basketball as we start this second half of action. So the Wildcats with some work to do here at the Bulldog Pit tonight as the official blows the whistle and we are ready to go as Rivero will inbound it to Arroyo. Julian to the front court. Tries to get it to Elijah. Unfortunately, right into the hands of Watkins. Artesia basketball. Watkins into the corner to Hammond. Back to Watkins. Right wing for three. That one off the mark, but Kincaid is there with the easy rebound and putback. 6 points for Kincaid. And the wheels right now staying off for the Cats. 31-18 to Covington, top of the arc, handed off to Thompson. Thompson goes around Kincaid, puts up a shot, no good, but there with the rebound, trailing is Covington. His putback will go down, 31-20. Lovington's defense has got to find something as the D-up chant starts on the Wildcat bench. They brought the cheerleaders, maybe they ought to start it too. Till Watkins, get it high into Kincaid in the low post and up and in. Kincaid going to be very tough down there if he can get position, and he had it that time. 1 minute gone here in the third, 33-20. Covington, he'll take it in, spin move, goes over Kincaid, but that one will be on short watch, and Estrada has his fifth board of the ball game. Hammond will bring it across the timeline. Lovington drops back in defense, now trailing by 13. Hammond working against Pondo. Pondo and Hammond. Wesson is there on the little push out. Wesson into the right corner. Estrada thinks about the three, uses up the dribble. Artesia trying to get motion ball going. Inside to Kincaid, reached in, swatted away by Covington, but Kincaid keeps a hand on it, and the ball tipped away by DeMarcus Thompson. And out of bounds, it'll stay Artesia basketball. Good control there by DeMarcus to not draw arm as they'll get it into Wesson. Pondo gets to him quickly before he can pull the trigger. He'll drive left baseline, underhand it to Watkins. Watkins back to Wesson. Left baseline this time. Now inside to a cutting Hammond, and he will put it up and in. Hammond with 4 points. Everything clicking for the Bulldogs right now. The Wildcats still looking for a spark. As Pondo gets a partial screen. Now to Arroyo. Arroyo step back from the free throw line and good. Julian with 7 points leads the Cat charge. 35-22. Hammond to Wesson. Right base. Kiss it off the glass. Up and good. Artesia absolutely fine with trading buckets with them up. Arroyo top of the arc. That one off the mark. And Wesson with the rebound. His second. We have no three-pointers tonight. Wesson will bring it back down, and that one will spin off. And it'll be Thompson with the rebound. DeMarcus' fifth. Having a good game on the glass. To Pondo, thinks about the long three, instead bounces it to Rivero on the baseline. Elijah not ready for it, and that is 11 turnovers for the Cats. Ouch. Subs coming in for Lovington. Pondo will check out. Ethan Stevens comes in. Stevens, Arroyo, Rivero, Covington, and Thompson on the floor for Lovington. Watkins, Hammond, Kincaid, Campbell, and Wesson on the floor for the Bulldogs. 15-point Artesia lead. Wesson to Kincaid. Kincaid will take it into the lane and rattle it home. 10 points now for Kincaid. And this one rapidly getting out of hand if you're the Wildcat faithful. To Rivero, left corner. His three is up, and that one off the mark. And it'll be Watkins with another rebound, his fifth. As into the front court, stolen away by Rivero. Rivero tries to throw it over and then thrown away. To Wesson, the give and go, and trying to get the alley-oop and out of bounds. Turnover for the Bulldogs. Lovington basketball. So the alley-oop not working like Artesia planned it. This game were a little closer. They'd probably be getting the business from the Lovington stands, but the Lovington faithful, and a lot of them making the trip tonight, pretty quiet right now. Arroyo uses up the dribble, needs some help. Gonna toss it over to Stevens. Stevens with Wesson on him, gets bumped. Now back out to Arroyo, thinks about the NBA three from in front of his own bench. He'll step in, pull the trigger on a three, and bang! First tray of the ball game. Julian with 10. Makes it 39-25, just to within 14. That'll be Hammond. He'll push it to Watkins. Deep left corner as we hit the halfway mark of this third period. Still all Artesia so far. Hammond to Watkins, to the free throw line with Campbell. And he'll throw it to a cutting Wesson, who will fumble it but corral it and put it in. Wesson with 6. Arroyo to the front court. He'll spin around and he'll go hard to the rack, and it is off the glass. No good. He wanted the foul. Not going to get it. And it's a Kincaid who feeds it to Hammond, pushes to Wesson, thinks about the 3, then takes it in. And out to Hammond. The ball swatted away into the hands of the Wildcats and almost knocked away again. And we're having collisions everywhere. And Campbell will wind up with it, and a whistle sounds. And they are going to call the 5-second violation. And it'll be a turnover for the Wildcats. Nope, not a 5-second. A timeout actually taken after that turnover. It's Coach Mondragon going to try and settle things down. It is just a 30, so we'll keep it right here. Of course, no matter the outcome of tonight's games, we will have next week's games for you. Video pending, depending on where the games are. We do have the rights to the first round games as long as the NFHS and their crews decide they don't want to do it. We will have the info on that hopefully on Tuesday for you. But we will have the games for you regardless on the radio and the audio side for all Lee County teams in the playoffs. Once we get to the Albuquerque portion, we are not allowed to video. But that is still a couple of weeks away. Let's worry about this one as right now Lovington having all kinds of heck with Artesia down by 16, 41-25. 3:24 to go here in the third. It's to the front court. It'll come with Campbell. Campbell takes it himself, runs through the lane and under to Armendadis, and they call the foul, and they're going to call the charge on Campbell as he was out of control there. His second personal, just the first team foul. That's the first team foul on either team here in this third quarter, and it comes at the 3:10 mark of the third. As Arroyo to the front court, works against Watkins, takes it to the left block, now tosses into Marquez, deep right corner. Hansen for 3, no good, and Arroyo leaps up and grabs the rebound. Arroyo has his 4th board, and they're going to call Campbell for his 3rd personal. Just the second team foul in the half on Artesia. Actually, that's by quarter now in the high school game. Under 3 minutes to go. Lovington has forced 12 turnovers, but have not had much luck cashing in. Covington to Arroyo, left wing. His 3 ball is up. That one is short. It is loose on the floor, and it'll be Armendadis who comes away with a long rebound. 6 for him in the ball game. I think Artesia just going to take the air out of the ball for a little while as Rivero waits to check in. To Estrada, to Wesson. He'll drive in. He'll leave it off for Estrada on the left base. Now top of the arc, Hammond for 3, and it is good. David Hammond drains the tray. He's got 7. And 44-25. It's not quite rout his own territory yet, but it's getting close. JoJo Perez into the ball game with 2:19 to go. Perez to Stevens. Stevens picks up the dribble, needs some help, tosses back out to Perez. Perez to Covington. Covington hippity out through the lane, and he will run into Armendadis. Call Armendadis for his 2nd personal. That'll be the 3rd team foul on Artesia. And it is on the floor. As Coach Mondragon is barking at the official saying, what did he do? As Covington will go to the line to shoot 2. Kale's first trip to the line tonight and misses the first one. Coach Mondragon still barking. To his credit, he hasn't gotten some of the calls. I've seen him at times in this gym and away gyms. Guy could run for president the way he convinces refs to go his way sometimes as Kale gets the second one. 44-26, 2 minutes to go. Lovington is yet to find that other gear. Of course, Artesia has a little bit to do with that. Under 2 to go, Estrada to Watkins. The high inlet to Armendadis, who gets it through traffic and puts it in. He's got 6 in the ball game. 20-point lead for Artesia. I'm not sure anybody expected that one when we came into this one. Covington through the left lane, high off the glass, and Wesson has another rebound. He'll push it forward to a breaking Hammond, and he'll lean it up and in. David Hammond having a good game. Now a 22-point Artesia lead. Casey Pack just kind of shakes his head, and that'll be a bad pass and a turnover for the Cats. They're 14th. Camera nearly biting it. I've already had one camera broken today. I don't need another one. 48-26 the score out of the Lovington turnover. They're 14th of the ball game. Under 90 seconds to go in the third. I think Lovington wants this nightmare middle part of the game to be over. Hammond to the front court. Gives it to Estrada. Estrada to Armendariz. He'll swing it around to Watkins. Now inside to Egelin. Back to Watkins, and they'll wave it off. And he traveled. He took the slide step before he puts the shot up, and that'll be the 13th turnover for Artesia. As whistles sound, checking in for Artesia will be Hafliger. You got Perez, Rivero, Stevens, Pondo, and Marquez on the floor for the Cats. Watkins, Estrada, Hafliger, Armendariz, and Egeland on the floor for Artesia's. Watkins will steal it away, and he goes hard and has it swatted out from behind, or nope, they call the foul. The 15th turnover as they're going to get Perez, I think, with the foul. Or is it just out of bounds? Nope, it'll just be an out of bounds. Couldn't tell what the ref called for sure. So it will be Artesia basketball. That's what they signaled, yep, as Watkins will go to inbound it from just right of his own bucket. As he'll push it into a wide open Estrada in the right corner for three. That one off the front of the iron. And Artesia comes away, that was Watkins on, or Hafliger with the three attempt. Now to Egeland, now to Estrada, 12 and 21. As Watkins, hippity hop through the lane, puts it up, and they are going to call the block foul on Julian, I think, or do they call the charge? Nope. They call it on Watkins, his third personal, fourth team foul. As Arroyo will force the turnover. And it'll be Lovington basketball as Kincaid going to come back out as he will come in for Watkins, who will sit with three fouls. So 35 seconds to go here in the third as Armendariz out of the ball game for Artesia. As they put back in Kincaid, Rivero to Arroyo and turning it over. I think the wheels have come off, rolled down the road, gone around the world, come back, reattached themselves to the car, and then fallen off again. It's kind of got that feeling. 22-point deficit for the Wildcats. Under 20 seconds to go here in the third. Wesson, as Marquez picks him up, and he'll hippity hop to the right block and put up a shot. No good, but he's fouled. He'll head to the line for two. And it's not that the Cats have played particularly bad per se, but they just have seemed to have no spark tonight. This is the first team foul on Lovington in this quarter. They're going to whistle that on Marquez. Now Wesson at the line for two, gets the first and gets the shooter's roll. And makes it an even bigger mountain to climb for Lovington into the fourth quarter, 49-26. Second one is up, and that one is off of the mark, and the rebound, they're going to wave off Egelin's putback, and Egelin, they actually push to try and get that rebound, so that'll be his first personal. Fifth team foul, and we should be shooting free throws. That is 5. Yep, that is the fifth, so we'll take the 85-foot walk down the court and shoot some free throws here. We have not scored in about the last 5 minutes of clock time. It has been a while as Micah Pondo heads to the line. Lovington only 3 buckets. 3 made field goals in this third quarter. Micah's free throw is up and good. 49-27. And they are 2 of 3 from the line now. But just 2, not enough offense. Is that one going to be off the mark as Egelin with his first board of the ball game. The rebounding woes continue. Wesson from the right block, kiss it off the glass and good. Kid has got a sweet touch from right there, and at the buzzer, 51-27. Artesia in the lead. We'll be back for the fourth quarter. Lovington's got to figure something out. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. As it's been all Artesia since very early in the ballgame. 51-27 is our score. I'm TJ Miracle. Braden Cooper running our camera for tonight. As Artesia with a 22-point quarter outscored Lovington 22-9 in that third quarter. Lovington trailing big time. Got to do some work as that'll be Hammond with it. 22, 23, 28, 30. All right, sorry, just finishing up some numbers here as Watkins will back it up as we go to the fourth quarter. 51-27, Lovington being out-rebounded in this ball game 30-18. No, it's just not gone their way. So Artesia can just pretty much take the air out of the basketball here and play keep away for the next 8 minutes. They're going to do, I have a feeling, till about probably 3-4 minutes left in the game when I would imagine both teams will clear the benches. To Hammond, top of the arc for three. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Thompson with the rebound, his sixth. Thompson to Stevens, who starts this fourth quarter. 1 minute gone in the fourth. He'll hand it off to Arroyo. Julian out there with four personals. To Pondo, back to Arroyo. He'll take it to the left baseline, go over Kincaid. That one no good. There with the rebound, the putback no good. And then it'll be Kincaid with his eighth board of the ball game. Julian has 5. To his credit, not a lot going the way of the Wildcats. To Wesson with 6.5 to go. The high inlet pass to Kincaid. Lovington gets to him quickly with Covington. But a nifty little move for Kincaid as he'll put it up and in. 53-27, Artesia trying to make a statement here tonight. They're thinking they may have been a little underrated at number 6. Nice save out there, but unfortunately goes into the hands of the Bulldogs as Wesson coast to coast, and he is going to be fouled. He'll go to the line. Will it be on Stevens or Pondo? 11 and 12 were both back there. I think they're going to get Stevens. Yep, that'll be his first personal. That'll be the first team foul here in this fourth quarter. So at the line to shoot two, Diego Wesson heads back to the stripe. He's 1 of 2 from the line. Has 9 points in the ballgame. Only one Bulldog in double figures. And that is Kincaid, and still the only Bulldog in double figures. Hammond with 9, Wesson with 9, Watkins with 9. Of course, Wesson can crack the 10-point mark from the line right here. Misses the first, puts up the second, and rolls that one home. So he's got 10 now. 54-27. Covington off the inbound, will control it. He'll work against Estrada. Gets a little pick from Thompson, and shot no good. We have not been able to get anything tonight. Another one for Kincaid, and he'll throw it away and into the hands of Pondo. 15th turnover for Artesia. Back down come the Wildcats. Pondo tries to split through 2, and Kincaid is going to pop him, and Julian Arroyo will track it down. No shot, no rebound, as that was a block for Kincaid. That's his 4th or 5th in the ball game. Rivero to Thompson, throwing it out, as Arroyo will collect it before it has a chance to collect us. Arroyo fall away from the right elbow, and Kincaid, another rebound. He's got the double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds. He's 4 or 5 blocks away from a triple-double, as three-pointer up for Diego Wesson. As Wesson drains the tray and makes this a 30-point ball game. Lovington has had no answer tonight. Rivero, the push shot, and another rebound for Kincaid. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Push it over to Estrada, left corner for three, and that one up no good, but Kincaid there with the rebound and the putback. It almost looks like Lovington has raised the white flag. Still out there, but their energy has just been way down tonight. Of course, probably tired from last night. The big rivalry game against Portales to get here. Bounce it over to Thompson to Pondo. Right corner for three, off the mark. And Watkins has another rebound. Watkins will push it through, get it to Hammond. Hammond takes it, underhand scoop, and up and in for Hammond. He's got 11 in the ball game. Now 61-27. We're getting dangerously close to the 35-point clock, where it doesn't stop for anything as Arroyo goes in, works against Hammond. Now to Kincaid, or rather to Cale Covington at the free throw line. The turnaround baby hook for Cale is up and good. Cale with 9. Keeps it a little further away from 35, but lead is not comfortable. Another three-pointer could get it to 35. To Estrada, to Kincaid, and of course off the glass and good, and a whistle sounds. Timeout going to be taken by Artesia with 3:53 remaining in the ball game. It will be a full timeout. All Artesia in this one, 63-29. We will return in 1 minute. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
At some point, you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Out of the Artesia timeout, it will be Lovington Wildcat basketball as they trail now by 34. As Artesia has put in the back end of the bench. Lovington going to try and keep this under running clock. Perez to Arroyo, gets a pick from Covington as he'll take it on the right baseline. Turn around from the left and no good. And Armendariz with another rebound, his 7th. As Diedrich Bishop, the one he's in, Armendariz in, Halfliger in. Big Campbell running the point, Ageland in. As Pondo going to hit Campbell. Campbell smiles. As Pondo going to get whistled for his second personal. That'll be the second team foul on the Wildcats. And now Coach Casey Pack going to start sending in some of his bench as Alejandro Medrano in. Also checking in will be Peyton Hernandez. Kyler Reeves coming in. Ethan Stevens will stay on the floor, as will JoJo Perez. So both teams calling it a night on this one. Going to let the benches finish it up. As Campbell picks up the dribble to Armendariz. He'll pull the trigger on the three-pointer. It is off the glass, and he'll wind up with a rebound out near center court. Give it over to Campbell as we click to the 3-minute mark as Hernandez comes out to guard him. Campbell takes it to the right side, goes behind the back. Now he'll push it over to Halfliger, uses up the dribble, bounces it to Campbell, who cuts through the middle and loses it into the hands of Perez. JoJo brings it back down, and he goes up over Halfliger, but no good. And it'll be Armendariz with his 9th rebound of the ball game. Push it forward to Bishop, and he'll take it up and misses the roll. Ageland is there with the rebound, the putback, and he's fouled. Ageland, his 2nd rebound, 4th point. And that will make it 65-29, so it'll be running clock time as Ageland. Foul going to be called on Kyler Reeves, his first personal, just the 3rd team foul. And now a 36-point lead. The clock will stop here momentarily as the end of the bench will come in now for the Bulldogs. And Ageland going to head to the line to try and make it a 37-point lead. So you got Bays and Hodling. The free throw is up and no good. for Egeland, and the rebound going to be brought down by Medrano to Hernandez to the right base, and he is going to be blocked by Egeland. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay Lovington basketball. 65-29. Not what you expected for the Cats. Casadas comes in for the Wildcats. So Casadas to Perez, right corner, 3 on the way, and that one off the mark. And it'll be Casadas with the rebound. Lovington will try and feed it inside to Medrano. It's tipped, but right back into the hands of Perez. Perez works against Bishop, now drives in, and he's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Let's see for sure which one of the Bulldogs are going to call that on. They will whistle that one on Bishop. That'll be his first personal, just the first team foul here in the 4th. And Perez at the line, going to try and get this back under a 35-pointer. Perez, first one rattles home. That is the the third point in the whole quarter for Lovington. So if Perez can get this one, he'll get it under running clock, and that one falls off the mark, and the rebound made by Jack Byers, his first. To Bishop, push it over into the left corner, still running clock, back to Bishop, top of the arc, 3 on the way, off the mark, and the rebound by Bays. So Bays to Hodling. As Hodling fall away from 10, and it's good. Gotta think with his bloodlines, he's probably lived in this gym since the time he was born. 67-30, 1 minute remaining. To Hernandez. Coach Casey Pack just takes the deep breath across. Nothing working tonight. To Reeves, to Perez. Top of the arc for 3. We have hit 1-3 all night. Egeland with his third rebound of the ball game. Under a minute to play now. As Bays into the front court, works between the rings as the start the bus chant starts. Throw it underneath, and that one going to be stripped out, but Byers somehow keeps control of it, and he'll put his first points on the board for the game. 30 seconds remaining in the regular season. As the Cats, there's just no better way to say it, have kind of laid an egg tonight. Reeves for 3, and that one off the mark. And the rebound by Bays, his second. He'll get it to a breaking Byers, and he'll put it high off the glass and in. Byers now with 4 points. 71-30. He's to the front court with Hernandez. Peyton uses up the dribble to Medrano, trying to get it back to Hernandez. He'll corral it in the deep right corner, and that'll do it. As Artesia victorious tonight. Lovington held to 3 points in the 4th quarter as they will fall 71-30 and fall to 17-11 on the year, and not the performance you want for the playoff committee and going into the playoffs next week. So we'll come back and wrap this one up. Wildcat basketball and your Western States Insurance postgame report coming up. This is Lovington Wildcat Sports on the Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcdcnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Back here at the Bulldog Pit as the Bulldogs celebrating their 5th consecutive district championship, full district championship. But they were victorious tonight, and, well, there's no nice way to put it. They just ran the Wildcats off the court. 71-30 is the final score. Leading scorer in the ballgame, all told, was Clay Kincaid. He had 16 points for Artesia. He was also the leading rebounder with 12 in the ball game for Lovington. One double-digit scorer as Julian Arroyo finishes up the night with 10 points. Cale Covington not far behind him. 9 points in the book for him. 4 points for DeMarcus Thompson, who did have 6 rebounds. He and Covington each with 6 in the ball game, but only 3 points for Perez, 3 points for Pondo, and 1 point for Ethan Stevens. That's all the scoring for the Wildcats. So you've just got to take the deep breath if you are Lovington and put it behind you and get ready for Sunday. You went into tonight as the number 7 seed if it were to go completely off the Max Preps rankings. Now, there's a lot of things involved. It's Max Preps rankings. It's the coaches poll. It's who you've played and who you haven't played. If you beat district champions, and Lovington, I believe, has beat 3 of them. So that'll give them more playoff points as they're looking at the seedings coming up. There's a lot of things in, including, like I said, the Max Preps ranking, strength of schedule. A lot of things go into that matrix to determine who the seeds are and where they are. Lovington, I think, has made the case to probably be a top 8 tonight. Hopefully won't hurt them too bad. They have lost 4 times to Artesia, and it's a tough place to play, tough team to play. So I think at worst, we're number 9. Probably at best, we stay number 7, but we'll have to see how everything else is going to shake out when this one is all said and done. So not a good night for the Cats and Lady Cats from here at the Bulldog Pit. The girls losing 51-46 earlier, and the boys falling 71-30 in the nightcap. So we're not done with sports this weekend on our family of streams and stations. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, the Hobbs Lady Eagles will look for the 4-5A District Championship game. 6 o'clock tomorrow night from Tasker Arena on Eagle 100.5 and the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. The Eunice boys will be playing Jowl boys, so it'll be a Lee County matchup in the 4-2A boys district title match. Jimmy Jones and the crew will have that on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel. And the Tatum girls were victorious tonight in theirs, so congratulations to them. So, all right, time to take a deep breath and get ready for Sunday and then playoffs next week. We'll see how they all shake out on Sunday, and be sure you tune in to any of our stations, Kicks 103, KZOR, KPZA Cool 95.7, or Eagle 100.5. Dawn will have the complete recap and the seedings coming up on Monday morning in the Sports Report. So for Tiff and Evie back at One Radio Square, keeping an eye and an ear on everything. For Dawn Morgan, who's on assignment, for Braden Cooper, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from the Bulldog Pit. Thanks for watching and listening to Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.